Welcome back to the Hannahcast YouTube channel and another live stream. How are we doing, everybody? How are we doing? Boy. I probably should have put this thing up sooner, like this live stream up sooner, so that people could actually have time to like see what was going on. But here's hoping people come by. Hello, AJ. How goes it? How goes things? Here's hope. Hello, Easty. Justin Martin, have you seen any movies? I've seen many movies in my life. CG speedruns. Hello. How are we all doing today? How are you this fine Monday? Are you liking this Monday, or are you a Garfield where you don't? Did you get Award Expert Plus? I will be obtaining it soon. Probably tomorrow. I mean, like, you know, I'll be I will be like yeah. I will. God, I can't speak today. But I will be I'll be obtaining Award Expert Plus in a way. Well, not really in a way, but just but yeah. The Oscar expert hasn't put out his first predictions. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, neither have I. And when will you post your early predictions? I'll probably do that in April, to be honest, because I still don't know really what's going on. And I need to put out those top 10 videos and that other tier list video, but I've just been like, I'm in this weird. Come on, connect already. God damn it. Oh my God. All right, it looks like we're back. I don't know what, like, I literally paid for, like, gig speed internet, and it's not even, and, like, why is it being inconsistent? I hate internet companies. They have such a stupid monopoly over everything. But anyways, yeah, I need to get to those top 10 videos, and the animated nominees of the 2020s tier list. I'll probably try to do maybe the animated one, because I just need to post a video. My God. I'm hoping to, but you know, I'm hoping to at least gain some memberships. Let's see if we can get any memberships gifted or something like that. Because man, like, after Oscar season, people just, like, dropped. Like, they just dropped, like, the memberships just dropped after Oscar season, which sucks. The 98th Oscars are scheduled for March 15th, 2026. Yup. Which at least gives me, I know some people are kind of complaining, you know, that, you know, that I know some people are, you know, saying, oh, why can't award season be earlier? But I don't know, at least for me at this point, I kind of, like, how do I describe it? At this point, it's like, you know, hey, if award season is longer, then that means, you know, my channel's gonna do better around that time. So, yeah. How many members are you at now? At one point, I had like nearly 60, and after Oscar season ended, I'm back down to 25. Oof. Like over half of the memberships are, like, the members just kind of left after Oscar season, which I'm like, damn it, man. But I'm hoping, you know, we can get some more memberships, you know, hopefully. I mean, hopefully. But yeah, that's why, that's sort of one of the reasons why I do these live streams, so, you know, see if we can gain any new memberships, or if you want to support me on Ko-Fi, you could do that as well. Most of them are probably gifted, though. True. But I'm pretty sure there was, like, some out there that were, like, not gifted, like, that I remember. But they just kind of left. But, again, who knows. But, yeah. Yeah, like, Conan is back hosting the Oscars. And I'm not gonna lie, I am really excited about this. Like, Conan, I think, is one of the best Oscar hosts we've had in a good long while. Like he is like it really felt like he kind of knew it felt like he really understood the Oscar audience in a way. And don't get me wrong, I really liked Jimmy Kimmel for the first 3 times he hosted, but I don't know, the last time he hosted in the Oppenheimer year, it kind of felt like he was running out of material because he had been just doing it for so long, which I hope doesn't happen with Conan. I hope Conan is still able to keep it fresh and stuff, but I really liked Conan hosting. I thought he was really funny, really good at what even the bits, like that whole the substance bit that he had, that was really funny. I really liked that. So yeah, I'm really happy with Oscars recently. My favorite films of each year since 2020 have gotten Best Picture nominations. I'm Still Here, Zone of Interest, Triangle of Sadness, Dune, Nomadland. I think there's been there has been some great Best Picture nominees. I mean, as you saw in my tier list, which actually. Like for the tier list, obviously, West Side Story is like one of my favorite movies ever now. What was it? Oppenheimer, that winning Best Picture was amazing. Dune Part 1 and 2, fantastic. What was it? The Zone of Interest, Barbie, all like those are like gonna go down as decade best films in my opinion. But yeah, but at the same time, I haven't really been, in love with the winners for Best Picture. I've not really been thrilled with the winners so far, because, we're 5 years in, and only 2 of the films I liked that one, only 2 of the films that won Best Picture were movies that I liked. I really liked Coda, but that didn't, even though I really liked Coda, it didn't quite crack the top 10 for me. And even though, Oppenheimer's an all-timer, Best Picture winner. Everything else is just kind of I didn't really care for Nomadland. I didn't really care for Everything Everywhere All at Once. And I definitely didn't care for Anora. So, yeah, that's a little bit disappointing. What was it? I love, I love Conan. I'm glad he's back, but I hope next year the next host after him is John Mulaney. Maybe, but I guess it depends on if John Mulaney even wants to host the Oscars. I guess that's the thing. By the way, you can't add categories to your favorites with Award Expert Plus. You have to make a list and put all the categories on it. There's a 25 category limit though. Man, because that does limit things for me. Because I think I probably do have more than 20. How many categories do I usually have? Okay, I actually do have 23 nominees. So that's good. No, not 23, 23 categories. But I guess that's also because I don't have short films or documentary or international feature. But, yeah. Oops. But, yeah. I'm pretty sure maybe over time, the 25 category limit will be expanded a bit. Over time, maybe. Again, I'm just assuming, maybe. Because it's probably a coding thing. Probably a coding thing right now. What's your favorite film of the decade so far? West Side Story. The way Steven Spielberg directed West Side... I already really love musicals. But the way Steven Spielberg... Steven Spielberg almost, redefined what a musical film can be. It is insane how good that film is. March 15th, it's way too late for the Oscars. Not for me, because that just means I can milk more content further out in the year. So, Coda is the worst Best Picture winner to win in over a decade. Oh, I disagree, Justin. I heavily disagree. I really like Coda, and again, I do prefer it as a winner over Nomadland, Everything Everywhere, and Anora. So, happy to see Conan returning. He did a great job this year. I would like to see Idris Elba hosting the Oscars one day after he hosted the SAG Awards last year. The funny thing is, technically, Idris Elba didn't host the show. It's just, I feel like he kind of popped in a couple times, but it's they never really advertised him as a host, which is interesting. What do you think about the rivals of Oh, Zem. Wait. I think he may have misspelled the title. I think he may have misspelled the title for that film. Let me look at what was it called? I'm looking on Award Expert. It's loading right now. The Rivals of Amzia King, or Amzia King. Well, yeah, it is a new Matthew McConaughey movie. It premiered at South by Southwest, and it got amazing reviews. Yeah, amazing is a little bit interesting. I don't know if it's amazing reviews. I mean, like, let me look at, like, on Rotten Tomatoes, I know it has a very good score. 95% and a 7.8 rating, which maybe it might go up, or something like that. But Metacritic is not like I'm looking at the hold on, where's the Metacritic score? Damn it, where is it? Yeah, but when you look on Metacritic, okay, wait, it's getting a little bit better at 61, but that's still pretty low. That's still pretty low for a Best Picture contender. So it's so weird. It's like Metacritic, and granted, it's based on 6 reviews, but Metacritic seems to just barely critics on Metacritic just seem to barely like The Rivals of Amzia King. Whereas, you look on Rotten Tomatoes, it's like way more. It's like 7.8. So I don't really know where the consensus is. The consensus for The Rivals of Amzia King doesn't really seem to be clear. I'm very curious as to how it's going to be received once it's more widely released, because I have no idea what's going on. Let's see. La La Land is better than West Side Story, in my opinion. Oh, I don't get me wrong. I love La La Land, but West Side Story is like, my God, classic. It just, oh my God. Even though it's 3 years out, I'm curious as to how they'll handle the 100th Oscars. Well, they better not screw it up. They better show all the acting clips and all the acting categories. I want them to do that whole, maybe I should do, a video on, what I feel like the 100th Oscars should do. Because I want them to do a bunch of things. I do like that new thing they did this year where they're, they have, the Fab Five, but for the tech categories. I want to see more of that. I really like what they did with that. I want acting clips for all the acting categories. I want all 23 categories to be presented. I also want them to do that whole score thing that they did with, I want them to do that whole score thing that they did with the Joker year, where Joker won. And I know they did a little bit of that this year, but no, I want a full-on, good medley of all the, score nominees. It's yeah. And also, I want a stunts category, so yeah. What are your early SAG predictions? Right now, I only have SAG Ensemble. I'm thinking Life of Chuck wins, but again, No distributor. Wait. No distributor for Amzia yet, though, right? Not yet, but I'm pretty sure it's going to get one once it, I wonder if it'll premiere I wonder if it'll be there at Cannes. I don't know. What do you think of that Wicked for Good could pull off a Lord of the Rings Return of the King situation in the best category next year? Unlikely, because at the very, there's no way, because what the problem is, for one, everyone that I've been talking to says that that Act 2 of Wicked is way worse than the first act. Even one of my friends, one of my closer friends, said that Act 2 is mid. And it's and the fact that that the Oscars already have the direct, or at least the director's branch already have a bias against blockbuster directors. It's if it can't win director or screenplay, I can't predict it. It's and not only that, but even Wicked, this first Wicked, which is so again, Act 1 is supposed to be better than Act 2, didn't win a single SAG award. I mean, it did very well with nominations. It didn't win a single SAG award. So it's I don't know. I don't think to be honest, I just don't think we're going to see another Return of the King. Return of the King, I feel was just a thing of the past that we're just not, that it just can't happen nowadays. Even Oppenheimer, for as big as that was, it won. It technically underperformed in wins because it was supposed to win sound, and it couldn't even win that. So it's like, I feel like the Oscars just like spreading the wealth too much. And even then, I just feel like Wicked for Good, I mean, hearing everything about Act 2 of Wicked, I think we're overestimating its award season potential. I say wait for more people to see it. Oh, you're referring to the Amziah King? Alright. It's not, yeah. Let's see. Fab 5 for directors too. I'd like that too. I'd like Fab 5 for directors. Could Leonardo DiCaprio win a second Oscar? Maybe later in his career? Sure. But right now, I'd say no. I would probably say not right now. I'm especially not going to predict it for the PTA movie. No. Are you a fan of Ari Aster films? I have not seen Beau is Afraid, but I love Hereditary and I love Midsommar. So, yeah. Fran Drescher is getting in at SAG for Marty Supreme. Again, I have my doubts about Marty Supreme in general. I'm thinking F1 and Superman get stunt ensemble at SAG. Maybe. Probably. Cloud, Justice for Conan. Do you think Timothée Chalamet can win the Golden Globe next year? I mean, he can. He can, but do I think he will? No. I need to. I feel like I need to be proven that Marty Supreme is going to be big. Josh Safdie is ranked number 2 behind PTA for director and award expert. Do you think this has to do with the Christmas release, or it's A24's highest budget, or it stars Timmy? I don't know. Something about Marty Supreme just doesn't feel right to me. I don't know what it is. Something about it just does not quite feel right. You know what I mean? It's like something about it just does not really feel like... It doesn't feel right about Marty Supreme. If the film was great, do you think Josh Safdie could surprise and win director without much of a track record, similar to the Daniels with Everything Ever All at Once? Sure, if it's that big of a contender. But I don't know. It's kind of tough. Leo doesn't like campaigning, which hurts him. I mean, to be fair, he didn't really campaign for Killers of the Flower Moon, because I think he was really just more so trying to, push Lily Gladstone a little bit further. Why do you think the budget is so high for a movie about table tennis player? I know Timmy probably got a decent salary, but A24 must have a good feeling about it if they paid $70 million for it. I mean, there are a lot of movies that are given big budgets that the studios think is going to be an awards player. Like, they probably, look at Mickey 17. I really feel like when Warner Brothers got Bong Joon-ho to adapt Mickey 17, they were thinking, oh yeah, there's going to be our awards season movie. And then when they saw it, it's like, oh wait, this isn't an awards player at all. What? And so I feel like that's going to be and also you had Babylon, because Babylon had over $100 million. What was it? Didn't Babylon have over $100 million budget? Hey Google, what was the budget for Babylon? $80 million. According to Wikipedia, it was met with a polarized response. Stop. Oh yeah, $80 million for Babylon. Stop. 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 Jesus Christ, Google. I hate you. But yeah, Paramount gave 80 million towards Babylon, and that bombed. So it's like, just because the studio puts a big budget behind something doesn't, if anything, it almost, considering the movie costs $75 million and it's about a table tennis player, it makes me feel like A24 is overcompensating. It just doesn't feel right to me. Imagine if Lilo and Stitch gets an Oscar nomination. Yeah, I'm not really sure what for. I mean, maybe it could get in the 20 film shortlist for visual effects, but even I don't think that's happening. Amadeus film had 2 actors nominated for Best Actor. Could that happen again? Yeah, I think that will happen again sometime in the future. I just can't really say what that is right now. I have friends who know the editor of Wicked for Good, and what they are telling me is that the movie version of the second act is better than the Act 2 in the play. Even if Wicked Part 2 doesn't even win Best Picture, do you still think it has a shot at being nominated? Well, here's the thing. I think it ultimately does kind of come down to whether or not people think it's better than the first Wicked. Because if it's considered not as good, then that little taste in people's mouths is going to go, it's not as good as the first film. Because that's the thing. That's the thing that always happens. When you're considered not really as good as the first film, even if you are very good, if you're not as good as the first film, people tend to have that kind of this doesn't feel right. Even Dune Part 2, which was considered better than the first film, than the first Dune. Even that underperformed in nominations because they just were kind of like, yeah, we don't care about sequels. So, like, I just need to believe Wicked for Good. Well, I will believe Wicked for Good is happening if the reviews come out and they are glowing. If they are surprisingly really, really glowing, then I'll predict it. But right now, it's like, it might be, I can't do it right now. I can't do it right now. A24 has a track record of spending less on their movies, though. Yeah. A24 is amazing at campaigning movies into Best Picture, especially if the movie releases around on Christmas. I don't, not always. I mean, look at what was it? Look at Uncut Gems. Uncut Gems was released around like around late December, and that was not even close to Best Picture. Adam Sandler couldn't even get a nomination for Best Lead Actor, and again, it's just like A24 is not really, and also even when it comes to the movies like Sing Sing, like they tried pushing Sing Sing and yet no one went to go see it and no one really cared. There just wasn't really a lot of passion. I just don't feel right about Mari Supreme. Something about it just doesn't feel right. What movies are nominated? Most movies that are nominated release around the end of the year. Not always. Not always. You know, look at Anora. Anora was like a fall release, not really end of the year. Like Wicked technically wasn't the end of the year. Neither was Conclave. You also had Dune Part 2. It's like that. I don't know if that really applies these days. How do you think the 4 Beatles biopics will do at the Oscars? I'm not gonna lie, Sam Mendes is kind of hit or miss when it comes to being a director. Like, he's kind of hit or miss with his movies, so I'm not sure. And also, like, I don't know. Again, something about 4 Beatles I think the other problem is, like, with 4 Beatles biopics, it's like, which one are you going to nominate? And, like, I feel like that it might be considered too much, if I'm going to be honest. I feel like, I don't know. Because they chose to campaign The Brutalist instead of Sing Sing. They chose to campaign The Brutalist because because more people wanted to go see that than Sing Sing. But that's the thing, like, it's like, and even then, like, you know, like, Brutalist still didn't win Best Picture. Again, hell, it couldn't even win Best Director. So it's like, I don't think A24 is better or worse than any other studio trying to campaign a movie. It just really comes down to what people latch onto. If they would have done a better job at campaigning Sing Sing, it would have had a better shot of being nominated for Best Picture. But the problem is, like, again, I was talking with Matt Neglia, and he was like, no one went to go see Sing Sing. That's the problem. Like, A24 tried, but people were just not biting with Sing Sing. They just didn't want to see this kind of movie. And it's like, that's why they dropped it. They're like, well, we're going to start our sights on The Brutalist, because clearly no one cares about Sing Sing. The Whale and The Brutalist were high priorities for A24, and both won Best Actor in the last 4 years, both released around Christmas. But again, Uncut Gems didn't do that. Again, it's like, I don't want to just say, oh, because this studio did this, I will predict it to win Best Picture. It's like, look, studios sometimes drop the ball. Or if they don't drop the ball, it's like, sometimes they just can't get a film in. That's the problem. Adam Sandler supporting actor nomination for Jay Kelly. Again, if the film's in Best Picture, probably. Because at this point in his career, Adam Sandler kind of has that overdue narrative. And, you know, Noah Baumbach has been pretty established at the Oscars thus far. I mean, you know, especially recently with, like, Marriage Story and Barbie, because he co-wrote the screenplay for Barbie. And it's like, I do feel like, you know, if Jay Kelly's in Best Picture, Adam Sandler could get a nomination for supporting actor. Do you think After the Hunt is highly going to be a huge awards contender? No, I do not, because I have given up trying to predict, what's his name? Luca Guadagnino. Like, he has not had a film that was nominated for an Oscar since Call Me By Your Name. I think we just need to face it. Luca Guadagnino is a one-hit wonder at the Oscars. Like, he hit it big with Call Me By Your Name, and nothing has happened since. I just feel like it's just not going to happen. Noah Baumbach's last film was a flop. Oh, you're talking about White Noise? Sure, but also, wasn't White Noise like kind of like high concept kind of sci-fi thing? Whereas Jay Kelly seems to be like it's kind of going back down to the roots and stuff. I feel like it's not going to be as weird. Didn't Martin Scorsese see The Smashing Machine and was so impressed that he casted The Rock in his next film? I mean, that's my theory. My theory was that Martin Scorsese probably saw The Smashing Machine. Like, that's why I'm kind of thinking The Smashing Machine is the Safdie film that's more likely to get into Best Picture than Marty Supreme. Because, again, Marty Supreme, I don't know, something about it just doesn't feel right. Whereas The Smashing Machine, it has that whole narrative of trying to get the Rock an Oscar nomination. And you also got Emily Blunt in the film, and like he's like Dwayne Johnson's in all the makeup, and the fact that he's going to be in Martin Scorsese's next film, I'm like, you know what? I think like that's one like that makes me like that's why I'm kind of thinking Smashing Machines is going to be a bigger Oscar player. Could Life of Chuck be a Coda-type Best Picture winner where a crowd pleases its way to a win, in part because things suck currently? Probably. Honestly, that might be a good narrative for it. I mean, I am currently predicting Life of Chuck to win Best Picture, so we'll have to see. Do you think the new Ari Aster film is an Oscar contender? If you're talking about like the Western that he's doing, I'll see it. I'll believe it when I see it, because like right now, I just can't buy it right now. It's like Ari Aster's movies are just too weird, and nothing about this just seems, I don't know, like, it's one of the things, again, I'll believe it when I see it. Depending on what the leading actress and supporting actress looks like, is it possible that Cynthia or Ariana could finally win their Oscars? It's possible. Do I think it's probable? No, because like I said, right now, I don't think I think we might be overestimating Wicked for Good. So, yeah, and if the movie sinks, they're going to sink too. The Life of Chuck is not winning in Best Picture, in my opinion. Hey, we all have, again, it's early in the year, and like I said, I'm just kind of going with Life of Chuck right now. Jay Kelly was releasing in June, and the last two Netflix Best Picture noms were released either in November or December. I doubt will be Netflix's biggest priority. That's, sure, but again, that's kind of like the best guess I have right now. I mean, I'm like, we don't really have anything to go off of, so I'm just kind of making my guesses right now. Life of Chuck is having such a falling down point in predictions. Most people don't even have much hope for it, even though it was People's Choice at TIFF. I just cannot doubt the People's Choice TIFF winner. I just can't do that right now. I just can't really doubt that. I'm thinking once it actually releases, people are going to see it, and people are going to go, whoa, and yeah. Eddington is being submitted at Cannes for competition. We will find out how good it is. Yeah, that's the Ari Aster film, yeah. Will you see Sinners in April? Probably not in theaters, because, again, I'm still trying to, be financially stable. But, even if probably not. I probably won't be able to see, really, any films in theaters for a while. I'm actually going to TIFF this fall. Have you ever thought about going? I mean, I would like to go, but it's also probably really, really expensive, and I can't even, pay bills, so I can't do that. No, I can't pay for that right now. So, yeah, I can't, yeah, probably not. Or not, well, probably, no, maybe not probably not, but definitely not. Let's see. Oscar expert said 1.5 years after People's Choice is momentum killing for The Life of Chuck. Who knows? Maybe, but again, I just don't have anything to go off of right now. I'm just gonna go off of the information that we have. Speaking of Life of Chuck, thanks to some friends who work in the industry, I actually have had a rare privilege of seeing Life of Chuck last week. Ooh, how'd you? Man, I want some friends like that. My God, what'd you think? Why are you doubting Amziah King? Because it has a 61 on Metacritic, while Life of Chuck only has 64 with more reviews. I mean, look, again, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on, so keep that in mind. I'm just, Like, again, we don't have anything to go. We barely have anything to go off of right now. This is why I hate early Oscar predicting, for at least on my end, because I can't even use Oscar Expert's cheat sheet. I mean, okay, granted, I technically could, because he has stuff on Award Expert, but he doesn't have a video out. I'm like, I need more info on these movies. I think Dwayne Johnson is winning actor at SAG because it is the only predicted actor to have a narrative right now, and SAG and Globes are the biggest fans out of those four big precursors. Maybe, but that also depends on how powerful the Smashing Machine is, which, granted, I don't know if he'll win SAG. I mean, sure, we've seen the narrative play out in recent years, but they don't always do that. They don't always do narrative, so yeah. Oh, what's up, brother? Hello, Awards Garage. Hello. Have you seen Severance? No, I probably won't be able to see it, because I probably won't be able to see. I probably can't see Severance, because, well, yeah, because I don't watch a lot of television anyway, and I'm already trying to get caught up on some of these 2024 movies, so I probably will never see Severance. Was the Oscars this year a great year for indie films? Probably yes. Even though out of any indie films, they could have gone for Sing Sing instead of Honora, but have you seen I Saw the TV Globe? No, I have not yet. I've just been too busy. I've just been too busy or down in the dumps. Oh my god. I'm keeping Messiah King off my predictions for now because it doesn't have a distribution company or release date. I also heard people fell asleep during the second act of the film. It depends. Right now I have Messiah King in my predictions. So we'll have to see, but honestly, it's phenomenal. Tom Hiddleston is great, and Mark Hamill's surprisingly excellent. Honestly, it's already in my top 10 of the year so far. Ooh. I'm not sure The Rock is going to get in the awards convo after one A24 film. He will have to be consistent and be taken seriously by voters. A Golden Globe nomination is 50-50 this time around, in my opinion. Sure, but I think, considering, how big of a star Dwayne Johnson is, I feel like with the route he's going with, because this isn't even, an uncut gem situation. He's literally playing a biopic character under, a lot of makeup. So, and the fact that Scorsese got him, the fact that Scorsese scooped him up for his movie, I'm like, it tells me the industry is paying attention. It tells me that the industry is going to pay attention to the Smashing Machine, which is sort of why I should have, seen... What was it? I should have seen Paul Mescal for After Sun coming, because not long before the Oscar nominations came out, it was announced that that Paul Mescal was going to star in Gladiator 2, and it's one of those things where it's like, they're paying it. The industry's paying attention. I think the industry is going to pay attention. Is right now paying attention to Dwayne Johnson in the Smashing Machine. That's kind of why I'm thinking. The Life of Chuck definitely feels like a film that gets even better reviews when it goes wide. Yeah, I think it's just generally going to be a very good crowd pleaser. It's not going to be like Sing Sing, because, again, people just thought it was... again, this is just what I was told by Matt Neglia, but he said that, one of the reasons why people just did not want to see Sing Sing is because... or even voters, was because they thought it was going to be, a sad, black prisoner film, and it was just going to make them feel sad, even though it's just literally not that. Whereas Life of Chuck just seems to be it's basically about the life and stuff, just generally just a more general kind of premise and themes that I feel like is not gonna it's not gonna turn people away. Again, people shouldn't have been turned away by Sing Sing. It's one of the best films of last year. But again, people just, people are stupid, I guess. But yeah. Do you think Robert Pattinson could get a Golden Globe nomination for Mickey 17? Sure. Yeah, I could maybe see a Golden Globe nomination from him, especially since the Globes will go out for, some of the smaller films, even though Mickey 17 is not really smaller, but you know what I mean. No CG speed. It's a worthy performance for sure, but too early in the year and overall vibe of the film is not Academy friendly. Wait, what? But no, like, I don't know. Like, I actually do think for a Globe nomination, sure. I think that could definitely happen. I mean, good God, they nominated, you know, what was his name? Jesse Plemons for Kinds of Kindness. So, like, even if it's like the only Globe nomination Robert Pattinson gets, I'm like, I could see that happening. At least if the competition is not strong. I think Jesse Buckley, Hamnet, and Tilda Swinton, Small Player, Mark Hamill, Life of Chuck will sweep next award season in their categories. I am thinking Mark Hamill's going to win supporting. I mean, if I think Life of Chuck is winning Best Picture, I do want to have an acting award go along with it. Hamnet, I just don't know. I don't know. Something about it just doesn't feel right. I don't know. It all depends on what other major award can. Any SAG predictions? Again, the only one I have right now is Life of Chuck winning Best Picture. Oh, no, Best Ensemble. Oh. If you were given the opportunity to present Best Picture, would you do it? Absolutely, yes, I would. What do you, like, what? That's free advertising for me, huh? Yeah, I misread, but I would still be surprised be surprised, but Globes is doable. Yeah, no, I don't think he's gonna get in the Oscars. The Oscars, no chance. But a Globe nomination? Sure, yeah. With how they split up the categories, I could see that. But, wait, let's see. If you're wait. Do you see filmmakers starting to move away for working with major studios like Warner Brothers and Disney because of executive meddling and controversial decisions behind the scenes and work for indies? Probably. I think also, like, with how easily big studios are just getting rid of films and TV shows, it's just like, oh, I could just write this off for taxes? Okay. And it's like, and just erase it from existence. I feel like, even though granted, I don't really, like, actually, right now, I don't really... Actually, no, like, it doesn't feel like filmmakers are starting to move away from big studios. I mean, we literally just got Barry Jenkins, you know, doing Mufasa, directing Mufasa, and you know, Bong Joon-ho directing Mickey 17. Again, we'll have to see what happens in the next few years, but it's like, I don't know. Like, I haven't really seen that much of a pattern recently. If Michael is a big contender, I could see Domingo. I feel like Domingo could sweep for supporting actor. Yeah, that could probably happen. But again, if Michael is a big contender. Again, the reason why I am not, you know, predicting Michael at all is because Antoine Fuqua is not a reliable director. He's not. He's like Ridley Scott. It's like, his films are hit or miss, and even then, I mean, hell, he's probably a little bit worse than Ridley Scott, because at least Ridley Scott has like 2 or 3 films nominated for Best Picture, and one of them won. But with Antoine Fuqua, not a single one of his films got nominated. I think if we're going to look at if any of the music biopics are going to get in, I'm thinking it would actually be Deliver Me From Nowhere. That's what I'm thinking. Because right now, it's like, Antoine Fuqua, I don't trust him. I just don't trust him. Could Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning win Stunt Ensemble? Well, I mean, if Dead Reckoning Part 1 could win it, then yeah, The Final Reckoning probably will. I believe if Life of Chuck has the potential to do well at the Oscars. However, it's all going to depend on what other movies turn out to be major players. Yeah, that's about the case with every season, I'd say. What's your thoughts on Joe Russo saying Harvey Weinstein stopped popular films from winning Oscars? Yeah, of all the things that you could criticize Harvey Weinstein for, like, that's what you're going with, Joe? And the thing is, I don't even like. Here's the thing. I do think there is something to be said about smaller films winning Best Picture, or at the very least, like, the films winning Best Picture not being as big as they used to be. And yes, I know people are going to say, well, Oppenheimer just won Best Picture. It's like, all right, sure, but that was like one of the last few, like, big examples. Like, back in the day, like, Best Picture winners used to be huge in scale. Like, or not really scale, but like, they used to make a lot of money at the box office. Like, let me look here. like, well, let's see, how much did this make at the box office? All right, yeah, like, the Departed made $291 million. All right, that's like, what was, oh yeah, wait. How much did, all right, no, Crash didn't make a lot of money. But, you know, like, again, wait, actually, how much did Chicago, it probably started around the 2000s, I guess. Yeah, like, yeah, Chicago making over $300 million. I feel like I feel like with like the, oh, yeah, like, I feel like with like the turn of the century, like generally Best Picture winners don't really make that much money these days. I think there is something to be said about that. I think there is something to be said about how the Oscars are going more towards, or aren't really going for like as big blockbuster films in Best Picture as they used to, and the audience doesn't really seem to be connecting with them as much, or even if they like them, it's like they're not really going out to see them. I feel like there is something to be said about that in the because I feel like it's an interesting question to bring up, but it's also, but I don't think Harvey Weinstein had anything to do with it, and I don't think it like, I feel like there's a bunch of different variables that have to do with it, and I just don't think, if anything, I feel like what Joe Russo is going for, like, or like what Joe Russo is rooting for, which is he's pro streaming services and anti theaters. I think the problem actually is partly streaming services, and like I feel like like when you see the rise of streaming, you know, when you look at the rise of streaming or television and all that stuff, I guess mainly streaming, like streaming and video games and YouTube content, like more things to keep people's, you know, attention. I feel like that has had a bigger impact on non-blockbuster winners winning Best Picture, because it's like, you know, people aren't really going out to see some of these movies as much, like, or like just Best Picture films in general. It's a lot more nuanced than I feel like Joe Russo is assuming it is. And again, I just don't feel like Harvey Weinstein had anything to do with it. I just don't think he has anything to do with where, you know, blockbusters are in Best Picture. And again, people will try to say, well, they get nominated all the time. We just had Oppenheimer, but it's like, there is a pattern. Like, there is a pattern of, you know, simultaneously the box office for these Best Picture films declining, while simultaneously the viewership of the Oscars is, granted, the Oscars have been actually getting a little bit up. They've been doing a little bit better, but like, you know, they only just, before the Hulu numbers came in for the Oscars, it was assumed that it went down from last year. So I do feel like, So I do feel like, you know, there is something to be said about that, but I just don't really feel like Harvey Weinstein has anything to do with it. So, yeah. Mickey 17 is amazing. You need to see it when it goes to digital next Tuesday. We'll see. Yeah. Yeah. Does the Celine Song film look good? I mean, I'm only going off of a poster, but also it's also like, I'm willing to see it, but I will admit, like, I'm not sure if I'm buying it for, like, Best Picture right now, because, again, I don't know, like, it is her sophomore film, and we'll have to see. I heard Antoine Fuqua's Training Day won an Oscar for Denzel Washington, if my facts are correct. Yeah. But also, there's a little bit of like a thing you have that is also known about that win, because Denzel Washington, yeah, he won the Oscar for Training Day, but he had no precursor wins. It was widely expected that Russell Crowe was going to win lead actor for A Beautiful Mind, and he had actually won every precursor, but then something happened at the BAFTAs where, like, he, I think, assaulted someone who worked at the BAFTAs. And it kind of, like, got him a lot of bad press, and people were like, oh, I don't want to vote for Russell Crowe anymore. So they just went for the next best option. So, like, I don't know. And again, that's the only Oscar film that Antoine Fuqua ever made. And the film was not even, like, a Best Picture contender. And Denzel Washington's win came out of nowhere. So, I just don't want to. I just can't go with Michael right now because I just don't. Antoine Fuqua was just way too hit or miss. And sure, we could argue Baz Luhrmann's Elvis, sure. But at the same time, at least Baz Luhrmann had a film in Best Picture beforehand, with Moulin Rouge. And again, even then, it was one of those things where I was like, look, I'll wait and see what happens with Elvis before I jump into any kind of like Best Picture predictions. Hell, I wasn't even expecting Elvis to be very good. Because we had just seen way too many Elvis biopics. But again, when it came out, it was a sensation. And I was surprised. If Michael's like that, if it gets that kind of response when it releases, alright, sure, I'll predict it. But right now, I need to see it to believe it. You know what I mean? I need to see the response before I believe it's going to be a real thing. Because I just don't trust Antoine Fuqua right now. He's just he is the kind of director where it's like, I'll believe a Best Picture film is coming from him when I see it. Again, just like Ridley Scott. Deliver Me From Nowhere will be good, but not an Oscars play. The director isn't a huge name like Mangold or Luhrmann, and feels like a Jeff Nichols film. Jaw is number 6 for Best Actor. Oh, Jeremy Allen White. Oh, okay. I do feel like Deliver Me From Nowhere could probably still be an Oscar play. I mean, yeah, the director's not a huge name, but again, if we want to go for the music biopic, I'd rather go for Deliver Me From Nowhere than Michael right now. Bohemian Rhapsody also didn't have big name directors. Well, I would, Bryan Singer, well, I almost hit you. Sorry about that. But yeah, I almost hit you. Oops. But don't worry. Luckily, I didn't. Wait, you didn't need to direct. Oh, wait, never mind. Oh, wrong one. Bryan Singer, while controversial, is still a pretty big name. Yeah, no, but like Bohemian Rhapsody and Deliver, what was it? Deliver something? I don't know. The Bruce Springsteen biopic. It's like, they're not really the same thing, I would say. Have you heard about Village Roadshow filing for bankruptcy after falling off Warner Brothers over The Matrix Resurrections? Yeah, that's sad. I really like some of their movies. Could Dakota Johnson get a nomination for Materialists, even though she's been criticized as the worst actress for a while? Like, look, like, I don't think she's gonna get nominated, but that's not really anything to do with her, because I feel like she is a very good actress. But the problem, I feel like I don't think whatever problems she faces in getting a nomination, I don't think it's going to be because of her. Because I think, like, especially with, The Lost Daughter, she's shown that she can give a very good performance. And even then, it's like, I don't think people think that she's, like, the worst actress ever. I don't know. I mean, look at Kristen Stewart. Kristen Stewart was, like, endlessly ripped apart from Twilight from people, even by teenage me, who just, like, I was a big Twilight hater when I was a teenager. And then ultimately she ended up getting an Oscar nomination for Spencer. It's like, if anything, I feel like the Oscars kind of like that turnaround where, like, you're in a bunch of shitty movies, but then you're like, oh wow, you're in something like serious now. It's like, I don't feel like her chances have anything to do with her previous movies. A trailer for The Materialists comes out tomorrow. It's skipping any festivals and going straight to theaters in June. Is this a bad sign? That's not great. Again, I just don't want... I'm not predicting Materialists right now because I just don't feel like the film is going to be... Like, again, it is Celine Song's, like, sophomore film. I'm just like, My point was, before Bohemian Rhapsody, Bryan Singer wasn't really an awards director. Sure, but he was still well known, I would say. Again, I don't think that has anything to do with whether or not the Bruce Springsteen biopic will get in. I mean, I think it still could. I mean, the fact that it's a Bruce Springsteen biopic, like, Bruce Springsteen is pretty big. If the movie's still considered very good, I think it could still get in. Dakota Johnson was really good in an unknown movie called Am I Okay? I feel like I'm the only one that saw it. I have not seen that either. Have you seen the film Lightyear? Yeah, I did. I thought it was fine. Like, it's weird. I loved it when I first saw it, but then the more I thought about it, it's like, oh, yeah. And so, yeah, I don't love it, but I don't know. Oh. I'm aware Bohemian Rhapsody was well known and was distributed by 20th Century Fox. Bruce Springsteen is well known. Like, again, we'll have to see. I was thinking it could get in Deliver Me From Nowhere. Oh, wait. Okay, yeah, I guess I'm not, I guess I'm just not really following the conversation really well. Lightyear is terrible, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think it's terrible. I don't think it's like that. I mean, Good Guy, I certainly can't say it's like on the level of The Good Dinosaur. Like, oh my god. The Good Dinosaur is like literally a movie for, I've said this before. The Good Dinosaur is like literally a movie for babies. It's like, oh my god. Are you looking forward to Toy Story 5? It's so weird, because, like, I should be saying yes, because I love all the Toy Story, even Toy Story 5, no, Toy Story 4 I really loved. But at that time, Pixar was still, like, mostly putting out really, really good movies, whereas nowadays, Pixar's not really been killing it recently. They've not really been, or even when they make, like, great movies like Turning Red, I don't think it's, like, an all-timer. Whereas, like, you know, like, Pixar used to pump out, like, all-timers all the time. And now with especially, you know, Elio doesn't look very good at all. It's like, eh. Could Toy Story 5 get a Best Picture nomination? No, I mean, technically it could. I'm not going to predict it, though, because the Oscars hate animated movies. They're not going to nominate an animated movie for Best Picture anytime soon. The Mid-Dinosaur. Absolutely. Yeah, the Mid-Dinosaur. Actually, no, it's not even the mid-dinosaur. It's just the sucky dinosaur. That dinosaur sucks. I hate him. Did you know Emma Stone, Yogoro, and Ari Aster are all producers on Begonia? Yeah, I am kind of thinking Begonia is going to be a thing. I'm actually right now even predicting Yorgos Lanthimos to win Best Director. I mean, if Poor Things got that close, because if we're assuming, because if Poor Things was number 2 to win Best Picture, that means we have to assume Yorgos Lanthimos was number 2 for Director. So, Toy Story 5 seems a little unnecessary. I mean, technically every movie is unnecessary for the most part, but again, it's like, you know, I was saying, you know, oh, well, I mean, Toy Story 4, I mean, why are they doing Toy Story 4? Like, it's stupid. And then I ended up loving it. But again, it's just the way Pixar has been recently, it's not that, Pixar now is not even the same as it was in 2019, if that makes sense. Either way, I think the Beatles biopics will be weird for the Oscars. But I think one of the films will be an Oscar player. But again, that's the problem. It's like, which one? 'Cause it's like, I don't know. I feel like it's like, I don't know. The fact that they're doing biopics on all 4 Beatles, it's like, I kind of have a feeling it's like they're gonna see it as like trying too hard. Toy Story 3 got nominated for Best Picture, and then Toy Story 4 didn't. And no animated movie got nominated for Best Picture after Toy Story 3. So it's like, I just can't predict an animated film. Like, we've even tried predicting a lot of animated films to get nominated for Best Picture, and it's just not happened. People tried predicting Pinocchio to get into Best Picture, and that didn't happen. Spider-Verse to get into Best Picture, and that didn't happen. And The Wild Robot to get into Best Picture, and that didn't happen. Hell, Spider-Verse and Wild Robot couldn't even win Best Animated Feature. And you can't even blame the lack of nominations on Wild Robot, because it literally got, you know, score and sound nominations, and still couldn't get in. So right now, I'm just like, no, they hate animated movies. They're just not gonna, they're not gonna do that. Begonia feels too weird for the Oscars. I don't see it as an Oscars player. Maybe you can get in somewhere right now, but probably in Best Picture. Let me see the trailer, and then I'll decide. I mean, Poor Things was really, really weird, and that was like number 2 for Best Picture. I feel like the Oscars are really embracing weird, so it's like they're probably gonna like, I think that could happen. Sad that your award expert app icon is gone. It was great, but I also love the rebrand. Oh, how I've been forsaken. Oh, my award expert icon is gone. No. Oh no! Whoa! Oh! I'm trying to think of a really dramatic way to go about this, but it's like, ooh, my design It's been erased from existence. You can no longer see it again. No. The Academy's animation bias is already changing. Flow got nominated for International, while Robot got 2 other texts. I could see an animated movie in Best Picture in a few years. I'm not going to bet on that right now, though. I can't really bet on that. The thing is, if you want to get nominated for Best Animated Feature, I feel like you need some of these nominations. You need to be nominated for Screenplay. That needs to happen. You need to get nominated for Sound, because every Best Picture nominated animated feature has been nominated for... has been nominated for a sound Oscar. And you need to be nominated for either score or song. Actually, well, you need to win one of those, I think. So, like, yeah, like, I feel like you just need to get into screenplay. I feel like you need to get into screenplay, because, like, Up and Toy Story 3 got nominated for screenplay. Those are the most recent examples. It's like, I feel like basically, it's sort of like Black Panther and Joker, where, like, if you're a comic book movie Best Picture, you need to get a lot of nominations. I think the same thing applies with animated feature. You need to get a lot of nominations if you're going to be in Best Picture, including screenplay, at least for animated feature, or at least for an animated film. If you're an animated movie wanting to get into Best Picture, you need to get screenplay. Robbie Ryan has also never won an Oscar. He was nominated for The Favorite and Poor Things, which is a unique director of photography. I think he has a good chance to win for Begonia if he's nominated again if the movie's in Best Picture. I feel like Wild Robot or Flow was in the top 30 for Best Picture. I mean, maybe top 30, maybe, but I don't, maybe, but 30 is a lot of movies, so it's like, yeah. If Emma Stone wins another Oscar, I will lose my mind. It will just be the Oscars thinking Stone is the next Streep and giving her many Oscar wins and nominations. I love her movies, but really? Oh wait, you're just talking with AJ at that point. Could Coleman Domingo be the next Diane Warren, getting nominated every year but losing? I don't think he's going to get nominated every year. And right now, I don't think he's going to get nominated for Michael because I just don't trust Michael. Are you watching Snow White? Again, I can't really see any movies in theaters right now. So right now, no. Maybe when it, hits digital, probably. Maybe. Although I'm not going to lie. I know the social media reactions are going pretty hard for Snow White, but I don't know. These Disney remakes get a lot of good buzz early on with the social media reactions, and then the reviews come out, and it's like, oh, the reviews are mid. So it's like, I don't trust I don't trust them. I do believe them when they say that Rachel Zegler is amazing, but like I'm hearing more about Rachel Zegler than the film itself, so I'm not really going to believe the social media reactions are going to be that. I don't believe the reviews for Snow White will be that strong. Do you think it's more likely the Best Picture winner wins DGA and PGA like the last 3 years, or can we have a split this year? Maybe, but again, I don't know what's really going on right now, so What do you think of Roadhouse 2024? I did not see Roadhouse. I've not even seen the original Roadhouse. Oh, by the way, everybody, thank you. I'm still going to be streaming for a bit, but like I said, if you do want to support the channel, consider becoming a member or gifting memberships. That's also really fun. And sending a tip through Ko-Fi. Ever since Oscar season dropped, or like ever since Oscar season ended, like over half of my memberships just kind of came and went. Like they just kind of left. So yeah, if you want to be a member, please consider becoming a member of the channel. You got lots of cool perks, including, members only videos, emojis, badges, weekly. And also, I'm starting to do gaming, like play and chat streams for members. Like last time I did Zoo Tycoon 2. I'm gonna be doing it again this upcoming, maybe Saturday, maybe. But yeah, I'm gonna start playing, video games and also talking with Chad about movies and stuff. So consider becoming a member. It really means a lot. So yeah, it would. Yeah, I really would love that if you became a member. And also hopefully soon we're going to be doing, was it like movie clubs or movie watch-alongs and stuff. We'll have to see. I do plan on like watching, like maybe going through like the Best Picture winner history and watching and talking about some of those. So if you want to become a member for those, and watch a movie club, and with it's gonna be a live, basically be like a live stream where we talk about where we plan on watching, and in our own times we watch and come back and talk about the film that damn it, stupid. Okay, there we go. We're back. Yeah, stream crashed for like 3 seconds. I don't know why my internet's doing this. I genuinely don't understand why my internet's doing this. Do you think award season will disappear forever? If so, when? That's a question I just could not answer. I just have no idea. I have no idea. Have you seen all the Ghostbusters films? I have not seen Ghostbusters 2, and I have not seen Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Thoughts on Babylon? I love Babylon. I do really love Babylon. I think Babylon's fantastic. Could Mickey 17 get Golden Globes nominations and maybe win for Robert Pattinson and maybe a few technical categories to the Oscars as well as an acting nomination for Pattinson? Okay, that's a lot. I don't think it's going to get any Oscar nominations. Maybe you could get production design nomination, maybe. But like, I think other than that, the only thing I could say is like maybe Robert Pattinson gets a nomination for the Golden Globes for Best Actor in Musical or Comedy. But other than that, I don't think Mickey 17 is going to be an awards player at all. No. Can the first movie club watch along be TV Glow? I'm probably going to stick it to like past Best Picture winners of the past. I'll probably do like polls to see what we should talk about. Because basically what I want to do, actually, maybe I'll reveal that for members, but I want to do something with the history of Best Picture winners pretty soon. Maybe not soon, obviously, but one of these days. I hope for Mickey 17 to get a Golden Globe comedy, but it's a long shot. It is leaking money. Yeah, it is a box office disaster. The Academy is not going to. No, not the Academy. Warner Brothers they are going to abandon this film. They are going to abandon this film in the dirt, just like they did with In the Heights. Honora for watch along. No. Do you think Jordan Peele's an Oscar darling? Not really. I mean, sure, he did get 3 nominations for Get Out and 1 original screenplay, but he hasn't. But his other 2 films, Nope and Us, didn't get any Oscar nominations. So it's like, I'm starting to think Jordan Peele might be a one-hit wonder with the Academy. It's like he did Get Out, and that did very well, and then he just doesn't really do anything that really the Oscars like ever again, probably. That's kind of what I'm thinking. A second vote for I Saw the TV Glow. I can't believe this film could not get an original screenplay, even from the so-called independent spirits, just like Luca. Yeah. Oh, like Luca. Yeah, like Luca Guadagnino. It's like Luca Guadagnino and Jordan Peele. They're kind of in the similar boat, where it's like they had one big Best Picture hit, and then nothing came out of it again. So. Again, you'll see when it comes to like the movie clubs, you'll see when I do the streams, you'll see why I'm sticking to Best Picture winning films, because I got something planned. I got a plan for Best Picture winners. There's no such thing as a filmmaker being a one-hit wonder. If someone makes a good enough film, it could get nominated. I mean, but that's kind of what I'm saying. It's like they don't make a film that's like quite acclaimed enough to get nominated. Like, look at M. Night Shyamalan. He's definitely a one-hit wonder. He did The Sixth Sense, and nothing else came close to that. That's what I mean by, that's what I mean by a one-hit wonder. It's that he's just not had any film that's just been that acclaimed or real. Like, it doesn't even matter about how acclaimed you are, because movies could be, you could be as acclaimed of a film as you want, but if there's not any passion for the film and there's just not really any interest, then it's not gonna bite. Like, look at Sing Sing. It has a better Rotten Tomatoes score than like every film nominated for Best Picture this year, and it did not get nominated for Best Picture. Like, a lot of it has to do with the campaign, the narrative, people's interest in the film. And that's what I mean by a one-hit wonder. It's like Jordan Peele has just not really made a film that quite got there since Get Out. Amazon MGM has gotten a film into Best Picture the last couple years. After The Hunt is their priority this year, I could easily see it getting in. Unless Amazon acquires a film this year. That's the thing. They could just acquire a film to push for award season. Hollywood just hates Luca and Peele and Villeneuve. They treated Luca so wrong this year. I mean, did they? I don't think I would actually, yeah, I definitely wouldn't nominate either Challengers or Queer for Best Picture, or really anything for that matter. So it's like, How would you react if on Oscar morning half the Best Picture noms were horror and animated films? Like, out of nowhere, I'd be like, what? I guess it would kind of depend on like what the path was. Like, if we're just saying like, if the path led us to that point, then like I'd be like, I guess I wouldn't really be that surprised, but I'd be like, damn, we've actually gotten to this point. But if it just like happened out of nowhere, like I'm still here, I'm like, okay, I don't know what's going on anymore. What about score or editing for Challengers? I like the score quite a bit for Challengers, although I would not nominate it. And I'm not gonna lie, I thought Challengers was kind of boring, and that's a lot. And pacing has a lot to do with the editing, so I would not nominate it for editing either. Give me that old-time religion. What? Give it what old-time religion? I have no idea. Wait, I have no idea what's going on here. What? Thanks, Reggie. Challengers won awards for score and editing. It should have been nominated. Dune Part 2 was boring. I disagree. What are your top 3 favorite Denis Villeneuve films? Mine are Dune Part 2, Prisoners, and Arrival. Mine are probably Dune Part 2, Dune, and Arrival. I mean, that's probably for me. Although I have not seen Prisoners. Is Arrival good? Yeah, it's fantastic, actually. Arrival was fantastic. Amy Adams should have been nominated for lead actress. Even though I feel like that's the only snub I would agree was like an actual snub for Arrival. I think Amy Adams absolutely should have been nominated. Denis was nominated for Arrival, but he should have also been in contention for 2 or 3 other films. He should have been winning Best Director for Dune Part 2. He should have won Best Director, and yet we gave it to Sean Baker for some reason. But you know what? On the Award Expert app... Wait, damn it. Hold on. No, come on. Yeah. But luckily, on the Award Expert app, I have Denis Villeneuve winning Best Director. So he's a winner in my book. Which director is better between David Fincher or PTA? And which one is more overdue at the Oscars? I don't know, because in terms of which one I think is better, it's like I've not seen too many of their movies, so I can't say. Honestly, maybe David Fincher might be considered more overdue, because he came very close to winning Best Director for The Social Network. So I feel like, so he might be considered overdue. So we'll have to see. Is that a Pixel phone? Yes, yeah, it is a Pixel phone. Yes, in the direction of Dune Part 2. Yes! God, it's so sad. It is so sad that he can't get nominated. Denis is my GOAT director. I mean, he's probably one of them. I mean, for me, Christopher Nolan's my GOAT director, which, oh my god, I cannot tell you how excited I am for the Odyssey. God, everything about the Odyssey sounds amazing. My god. They literally have, like, they're literally doing a freaking, like, Greek epic, a Greek mythology epic on a Christopher Nolan budget. Like, god, that sounds so cool. Will Dune Part 3 perform better or worse than Dune 2? I don't know. Maybe a little bit better, but I don't think it's going to be Return of the King. I know people are saying, oh, it could be Return of the King. It's like, no. The reason why is because at least SAG liked the Lord of the Rings movies. SAG liked the first, like, when it came to the Lord of the Rings movies, SAG liked them. Like, not only did all of them get nominated for SAG Ensemble and Return of the King won, but also Ian McKellen won Best Supporting Actor for playing, like, for the Fellowship of the Ring. He won Best Supporting Actor at SAG. Like, the dude, and also, not only that, but at least, you know, for Fellowship of the Ring, Peter Jackson got nominated for Best Director. For Dune Part 1, Denis Villeneuve just couldn't get in. It's like, I feel like the Academy these days, I do agree, like, they do have an aversion to blockbusters. Like, they do have an aversion to, like, blockbuster cinema, I feel. Chris Nolan or Denis, Christopher Nolan for me. Christopher Nolan, yeah. Well, you know, wait, Martin Scorsese or Martin, what? Oh, Random Boy just subscribed. Hello, thanks for subscribing. And again, if you want to consider being a member, I mean, my God, you have a lot of options. Like, yeah. So VFX wins will just be passed off between Nolan, Denis, and Cameron films for the next few years. Poor Planet of the Apes franchise. Yeah. But then again, I don't know. I think the Odyssey and Dune Messiah are coming out against one another. I think they're coming out in the same year. That'll be interesting. Like, that could be interesting as to who could win visual effects. So it's like, it's gonna be really fascinating. I think ultimately it will just come down to which film do people like more. But then again, it also depends on if the Odyssey gets nominated for best visual effects, I guess. I mean, already the Best Picture thing is I think it will get nominated for Best Picture, as long as Christopher Nolan does not make, like, a weird movie like Tenet or Interstellar. As long as he doesn't make it, like, really weird, I think the Odyssey will be just fine in Best Picture. But, you know, I think it is, like, but at the same time, it's like, you know, if the visual effect, it also depends on if the visual effects branch is even impressed by the Odyssey. If they're not really impressed, then they could just snub it like Oppenheimer. So it kind of, Denis said in a few interviews that he wouldn't make Messiah if he couldn't make it better than the first two films. The December 18th release will help the film over Part 2's reception at the Oscars. I don't know. I mean, Brad Bird also said that he wouldn't make Incredibles 2 unless it was better than the first film, and it wasn't, like, it just got completely steamrolled by Spider-Verse. Odyssey will have too much practical effects, in my opinion. Maybe not. Here's the thing. There is a bit of a difference between Oppenheimer and the Odyssey. Oppenheimer was a biopic that really, in the grand scheme of things, we should have known was just, I mean, hell, once I heard, I know in my very early visual effects predictions, I predicted Oppenheimer, but that's because we really didn't know, we did not have anything to go off of. But the moment I heard that there were very few visual effects artists credited for Oppenheimer, I was like, oh, okay, I feel like I know what's going on. It's just gonna be like one explosion, and it's not really gonna be anything. And even after Dune Part 2 got delayed, I still did not put Oppenheimer in my visual effects predictions. I was like, guys, it's not gonna be, especially after having seen the film, I was like, guys, this is not a visual effects contender at all. Don't do it. Because again, it's just a biopic about the guy who made the atomic bomb, and even then the atomic bomb thing wasn't even that impressive. It was literally just lighting up a few gallons of gasoline. And it looked nothing like a nuke. Like, when you look at the Trinity test in Oppenheimer and the actual Trinity test footage, clearly the actual Trinity test footage looked way larger in scale and was a nuke. Whereas in Oppenheimer, it was so obvious that there was, like, no kinetic energy behind that blast. Whereas the Odyssey, you're dealing with that's a completely different story. Like, that is literally a Greek epic. There's no way. I've heard that, yeah, he's gonna do practical effects, but there's no way you can adapt the Odyssey without using some visual effects. Like, it's impossible. You can't do it. So, yeah. When I hear Odyssey, my first thought is the Honda car. Oh, Brad Bird is not even on the same planet when it comes to directing compared to Denis. Compared to Denis. But you get what I'm saying, right? Do you at least get what I'm saying? It's like, I mean, sure, Denis Villeneuve could say that, you know, Dune Part 3 is going to be the best. But even if it is the best of the three, it doesn't really matter because the Dune movies have just not really been that successful overall with the Academy. Let's see. What is one individual you want to see a biopic for? It could be anyone, not just a musician. Ooh, who do I want to see a biopic for? I mean, there are a few that I have in mind. Like, even though I would maybe one day love to see a biopic of Steve Irwin. But then again, that's going to be tricky because it's like, how honest do you want to get about... Because, like, you know, there's some stuff about, you know, Steve Irwin. Not that I think it was controversial at all, but it's like, would they actually, like, delve into the whole thing? You know, for example, when he had, like, little Robert and was, like, kind of, like, holding him in front of a crocodile. Would they actually delve into that? Would they actually delve into stuff like that? When his stunts got a little bit too dangerous? Like... Because, like, Steve Irwin's one of the guys where it's like, you don't trash talk Steve Irwin. But at the same time, I feel like, granted, Steve Irwin is, like, one of my heroes. I mean, I love Steve Irwin. But it's like, you know, do you show some of the controversial stuff? Where it's like, even if he himself was not necessarily a controversial figure, you know, again, do you have that scene with little Robert and the crocodile? Like, do you have that stunt and show that, you know, maybe that was a learning lesson for him? I don't know. I'm trying to think of any other biopics. I would be fascinated... Wait. Trying to think. Like, who else... Like... Honestly, I would also be very curious in a Jim Carrey biopic. Because, like, when you hear about Jim Carrey's life, it's like... He's a very fascinating person. And kind of seeing his story... I feel like would, you know, yeah, it actually would be a very fascinating story to tackle. Who else? Like, I want to know who else I could want to see biopics over. I'd like a biopic of Sylvester Stallone and how Rocky got made. It's quite a story. Oh, actually, wait. Ooh, I also want to see. Like biopics of also just like terrible people in general, because like, you know, cause I kind of like the story of seeing how someone got to a certain point. You know, for example, I would be very fascinated in seeing a biopic. I don't know if you guys know about him, but man, what's his name? He was running for, like, last election. He was running for governor of Georgia, and like he was the Republican Republican nominee. Ah, God, what was his name? Georgia governor race. Was it Georgia? Wait, no, it wasn't Georgia. No, it wasn't Georgia. Oh, what, North Carolina, Mark Robinson. This, if you don't know who Mark Robinson, he is like one of the most fucked up, like, politicians I've seen in a while. Like, this, like, he, like, Mark Rob, like, let me post, like, put him up here. At least in turn, wait, where did I, oh, yeah, browser. Yeah, let me just, Mark Robinson is a fucking crazy dude. North Carolina. Oh, what did he do? Basically, he's like so far, like, he's basically a Nazi. He's basically a Nazi, and I do not like Mark Robinson at all, Justin, not one bit. But I'm fascinated by how someone could be that evil. Because, like, and especially when you go down, like, the story, like, look at I would suggest also watching D'Angelo's video. Hold on, let me, D'Angelo did a video. D'Angelo, Mark Robinson. I want you all to watch his video on the matter. Cause, like, yeah, I'll put the link in chat. Watch this video, and you will see how cause like he had this account on like some very questionable, you know, sites. And the dude, and basically at one point, Mark Robinson described himself as a black Nazi. I'm like, how does someone become this evil? Or also, you know, someone like, you know, Clarence Thomas. I'm very fascinated by that. It's like, you know, I'm granted, okay, we already had a Trump biopic with The Apprentice. But it's also, you know, or Elon Musk. I feel like, just like, I'm very fascinated to see where evil comes from. Like, where evil, like, how evil just festers up. Do you like any Republican politicians? I dislike some less than others. I mean, I'm gonna be real. I'm not a Republican. All right, I'm not really a fan of the Republican Party. I'm just gonna be completely real with you there. I have very, very big criticisms of them. But again, when it comes to some of these people, I'm just like, I'm very fascinated by. I'm just fascinated by how someone becomes so cruel and so, again, just evil. I'm very fascinated by how people can become evil. Or, you know, or even on a more lighthearted note, like, who are some people I could see, you know, I would like to see biopics for. Like, trying to think, God, who could I see as, like, other, you know, man. I'm trying to think, or even, like, just other, like, true stories that I could see, like, so yeah, I don't know, like, but those are some of the names that come to mind when it comes to biopics. Like, I'm interested in Steve Irwin, and I'm also very fascinated by film. Joe Biden biopic film. I'm not gonna lie, I think Joe Biden might be a bit too boring for a biopic. I'm not gonna lie. It's like, you know, he's not, like, there's not really much interesting about him that I would suggest in making a movie out of. So yeah, I guess that's probably what I would go. Yeah, that's probably my answer with Joe Biden. Like, he's just not really all that interesting. At least in terms of, like, from a biopic standpoint, I don't really think he's all that fascinating. Or I mean, although you, like, I mean, I guess I don't think we've had, like, a full-on George Washington biopic, but again, it's just kind of like, you know, like, maybe, but I don't. So, again, it's one of those things. If Denis makes an undeniably great film with Messiah, the Academy will have some answering to do if they don't at least nominate him for director. Did you like Reagan or the Reagan film released? I have not seen Reagan, although I might have to at some point. But I've heard very, very bad things about Reagan. I've heard some very bad things about Reagan. I'm like, uh-oh. So yeah, like, I'll probably see Reagan at some point. I heard it got a lot of nominations for the Razzies. Yeah, it did. I think Reagan got quite a few. Actually, wait, didn't it underperform? Like, I don't think it got nominated for Worst Picture though. Did it get nominated for Worst Picture? I think I heard Dennis Quaid is a Trump supporter, which is sad. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That is rather unfortunate. Yeah. Huh. Trying to think. Honestly, I'm trying to think of who else could make for some Houdini biopic. Dennis Quaid and John Voight. Yeah. 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 Oh God, not John Voight. Oh. Houdini. Admittedly, I don't really know that much about Houdini. So like, I don't like. I mean, I know who he is, but I'm just like, I'm just kind of like, like like I'm not too interested in what a Houdini biopic would be like. Trying to think, like who else? Actually, wait. I actually am kind of. I would actually be very interested in a movie about like how they made Star Wars: A New Hope, and like all the chaos that the production went. I would be very interested in that. I actually would be very interested in seeing like like someone playing George Lucas, and it's like following like how they made Star Wars: A New Hope. Bro, you should read about him. One of the most fascinating people. What about Rick Harrison biopic? Isn't that the Pawn Stars guy? Pawn Star, like, and I genuinely don't see how Pawn Stars could be so interesting as to warrant a biopic from him. If I'm not gonna lie, that just sounds kind of sound like I don't know if I'm quite interested in that. Rick Harrison is a huge Trump supporter. I mean, sure, but like to be fair, I wouldn't want to make biopics on like every Republican out there. I just like put out some of the ones in mind that came to mind, like Elon Musk or Mark Robinson, because they are like so far out there. Like they're so far out there, insane. I'm just like, how did you get to that point? Just just general like Republicans. I'm just like I don't think Rick Harrison is just that interesting. Again, that's literally the only thing I know about him is just like he was like one of the Pawn Star guys. Ooh, there's another guy that I feel like. Actually, no. Nah, never mind. Never mind. Do you watch Pawn Stars on TV? No, I don't really care about. I don't really care about Pawn Stars. I don't really. I genuinely think Musk is the Satan on Earth. Yeah, I probably agree. I mean, there are a lot of Satans on Earth, so like I don't think Elon's the only one, but he's one of the worst ones. Duke Ellington biopic by Damien Chazelle. Who's Duke Ellington? Oh wait, a major figure in jazz. Oh, okay. Perhaps. I could maybe. Like, I don't really know much about him, to be honest, but like, Alright, yeah. I mean, sorry if I'm not really talking a lot, but like, I'm just kind of like looking around. It's like, oh wow, huh. I know all that about Elon. But yeah, Ellington, like, I'd be fascinated by a Duke Ellington biopic. Yeah. What would you sacrifice to have the box office category moved from the Globes? I don't know if I would really like. I guess I don't really care to sacrifice anything because I don't really care about the Globes that much to to do that. What about an Ozzy Osbourne biopic? I don't really care that much about Ozzy Osbourne, to be honest. Favorite Irish actor in honor of St. Patrick's Day. Ooh, okay, that's fascinating. I don't really know. Like, let's see, Irish actors. Let's see. I do really like Colin Farrell. I do really like Cillian Murphy. Quite like Kenneth Branagh and Barry Keoghan. I guess maybe right now I'd say Colin Farrell. I do really like Colin Farrell quite a bit. Yeah, probably at least right now I'd say Colin Farrell. Let's see. My movie club is seeing Nickel Boys later this month. Any thoughts on questions or ask or themes to explore? I don't know. I don't like. I haven't really thought that hard about it. I just like. Oh. Let's see. Has there ever been a Marvin Gaye biopic? I don't even know really who Marvin Gaye is, if I'm gonna be honest. Admittedly, I'm not that. Is he like a music guy? I'm actually not delved too much into music and stuff. Would you rather watch Jimmy Kimmel's Robert Downey Jr. drug joke on loop for 10 hours or watch Honora 10 times? Oh my god. I'll choose option C, jump out my window. Alright. Do you like J.J. Abrams? As a director, yeah, I like him quite a bit. I mean, great. I didn't really like The Rise of Skywalker, but I think it was very apparent that was a studio-controlled movie rather than J.J. Abrams. It just felt like I could just feel like the corporate strings being pulled. Like, ooh, don't do this. Like, you gotta please the fans like this. What are your top 3 favorite Quentin Tarantino films? Mine are Django Unchained, Inglourious Basterds, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I don't really know what my 3 favorite are. I know that my favorite is Django Unchained. I really love Django Unchained. If you had to choose one, what would you choose? I can't choose one. They're both. I can't. Oh no. Oh God, no. Oh no. I hate these. I'm not. I hate these questions. Choose one of 2 awful things. I'm like, God. Thoughts on Kanye West? I hate Kanye West. I fuck Kanye West. Oh my God. Wait, Evangeline Lilly announces acting retirement. I thought she already announced her. Didn't she already announce her acting retirement? Like, I thought she already did. I mean, I don't really care. I mean, I don't really like Evangeline Lilly, because, like, I don't really like Evangeline Lilly, because, like, she's like anti-vax and anti-mask. She's just like she just seems like a very selfish person, and I don't fuck with that. I don't fuck with anti-vaxxers. Nope. Yeah, announced in June 2024. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Like, yeah, I don't really like her. No. So yeah, if she wants to, if she's announcing her acting retirement, it's like, okay, bye. Favorites are Inglourious Basterds, Jackie Brown, Django Unchained, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I really liked Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Probably say probably great. But I'm not gonna lie, it's not like it's not like my favorite Quentin Tarantino movie. Cause like, yeah, it's not my favorite Quentin Tarantino movie, because, like, I don't know. I think my main problem with the film was that, like, Sharon Tate's character had, like, no point to be, like, she had way too much screen time for a character that really didn't amount to anything. And it's like, why? Why did she have so much screen time in this film? But that's just me. Ant-Man and the Lost Quantumania, what a way to go out. Oof. Yeah, Ant-Man and the Lost Quantumania. Man, trying to set up all that Kang shit and all of it for nothing. My God. Oh, man. I still don't get why they couldn't have just, like... I mean, I guess they could have just recast... recast, you know... They really could have just... Yeah, they could have just recast Jonathan Majors. I don't know why they just abandoned the character entirely. Thoughts on Jonathan Majors? Fuck Jonathan Majors. I don't know why people are still trying to defend that man. He literally, like, I'm not gonna say, because I don't want to, obviously I don't want to say it, because, YouTube, I don't want YouTube going on my ass about it, but it's like, Jonathan Majors apparently literally admitted to doing the stuff that he was accused of and ultimately convicted of doing. And it's like, he literally, like, the fact that he literally admitted it, it's like, how could anyone defend him at this point? Jonathan Majors or Zachary Levi, which actor fell from grace? I'm assuming which one fell from grace harder. I mean, I guess Jonathan Majors, because he literally just, like, his physical actions, I mean, don't get me wrong, I hate Zachary Levi too. Like, Zachary Levi sucks. But, like, Jonathan Majors literally, like, physically did worse stuff to someone. I'm just like, yeah, so, like, yeah, I think Jonathan Majors is worse. If you had to choose an option in 10 seconds, or you went down to 55 subs, which would you choose? Okay, I guess maybe, oh god, wait, how long is Anora? Like, cause didn't you say, like, watch Anora, like, watch Anora 10. Well, I think it would technically be shorter, like watching the Robert Downey Jr. joke on loop for 10 hours. Like, that would technically be shorter, so that. Okay, you got your answer. There you go. Yeah, so, yeah, no, yeah. Alright, I answered the question. Let's go on to something else. Woohoo. Yeah, Michael B. Jordan said he will be open to working with Majors again for another Creed movie. I cannot believe he's actually, like, why are you defending this man? Like, why is Michael B. Jordan defending this man? I was a really big fan of Michael B. Jordan for the longest time, and why is he ruining it by supporting Jonathan Majors? I don't understand this, my guy. Why are you doing this? Michael B. Jordan's probably joking. If it's a joke, it's a pretty shitty joke. I mean, even the but here's the problem. Nothing has indicated that he's joking. Like, in what sense does he say that is he suggesting that it's a joke? Like, there's nothing to go off of. Because if it is a joke, it's a pretty shitty joke, but also there's no evidence to support that it is a joke. That's the problem. Matthew McConaughey also came out and supported Matrix. God, man, why does everyone suck these days? It's like, he admitted to doing it. He was, not only that, he was charged and convicted of doing that. Why are people supporting him, man? He was convicted of doing it. Do you even know what a joke is? Yes, I do know what a joke is. Like, you know, let's look at, like, let me look at the, let's see, joke. Yeah. A joke is a thing that someone says to cause amusement or laughter, especially a story with a funny punchline. You know, as Robert De Niro said in Joker, okay, I'm waiting for the punchline. Like, I'm just like, I just don't think Michael B. Jordan's joking. I really don't think he is. I really don't think he is. Anyways, best and worst Star Wars film. This is gonna be controversial. The best is The Force Awakens, and the worst is the animated Clone Wars movie. Oh my god, the movie sucks ass. He said he'll be working with him before he got admitted, granted. But I feel like he shouldn't have been saying that at all, especially considering Jonathan Majors was convicted in court. He was convicted in... Like, you're right, he was convicted for a misdemeanor causing harm, but not a felon. Causing harm is, like... What are we doing here, man? What are we doing? Like, Jonathan Majors is trash, man. He's trash. Like, why are people supporting him? Like, what if Jonathan Majors apologized to Michael B. Jordan and he forgave him? What? Like, okay, that has to be a joke. I have to be assuming you're joking there. Because there's no, like, because it's like, why would he be apologizing to Michael B. Jordan for that? Like, he shouldn't be apologizing to Michael B. Jordan. He should be apologizing to that woman. Boy Erased or Beautiful Boy. I've actually not seen Boy Erased. Wasn't the girl, like... No. Oh my god. Oh my god. Again, like, why would you, like... I'd rather move on from this topic, because I just don't want to talk about the stuff that Jonathan Majors did. I really would rather we move on from this subject. I just really... Nope. By the way, I think Chris Nolan's team is filming the Cyclops scenes right now. I'm very interested if we get any, like... set photos of the Cyclops, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm really wondering how good that Cyclops is gonna look, because I know they're doing like an animatronic Cyclops, and it's just like, I hope it's not janky. I hope it's not janky like that Oppenheimer explosion, because because if it just looks like an animatronic like Five Nights at Freddy's, like, I really hope the Cyclops thing does not look jank. Let's see. Did you know that the F1 sound department has people who did the sound work on Dune, Maverick, Oppenheimer, Dunkirk, Inception, The Dark Knight, Avatar 1 and 2, nominated for or won Oscars. But all those movies were also nominated for Best Picture, so there's that. So I'm not, AJ, I know you're trying to do, I know what you're doing, AJ, you're trying to do that. Ooh, it's not happening. Picture this, you won an Oscar, but a day later someone stole it from you. The police are not available. What would you do? The police aren't available? Okay, well, granted, I mean, the police are usually, like, fuck the police. You can't count on them. You can't count on them for shit. But, like, I mean... I guess I would just, like, call the Academy or you know, talk about it online, because it's like, because I don't know how it would, I don't know how I would have it stolen from me, because like I would have that thing like gripped. I would have that statue gripped like this. I had to put in my daily try for F1. Oh, I see what you're trying to do. But yeah, and like I said, guys, if you want to support the channel, like I said, consider becoming a member. We got movie clubs coming pretty soon. Or if you want to gift memberships, you could do that as well. But yeah, you could do that, or send super stickers, super chats, or, you know, if you want to support me more directly, you could support me on Ko-Fi at ko-fi.com/ChristianHannah. All of that would really help. Thanks for your support. F1 only getting a sound nom would make sense. Maybe a sound nomination, but also that's kind of harder to do now that there's like one sound category, and and like, yeah, that's, and so yeah, it's kind of, I want you to play a horror game next. I technically have a horror game, which is, you know, Boris and the Dark Survival. I technically have that. I'm trying, like, I do have an Epic Games account, but for some reason it won't let me log in. I don't know why it won't let me log in. Wait, Boris Bendy universe? Yeah, the Bendy universe. I like Bendy. I like the Bendy universe. Ooh. Ooh, interesting. If you do log in, can you play Fall Guys? Admittedly, I think I would need a controller to play Fall Guys. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty bad at a keyboard, so like when it comes to games like those, I would like to have a I would like to have a controller, but we'll have to see about that. We'll have to see. But like, trying to think of what else I have, because I know they come up with, like, you know, like free games every once in a while. Ah, man, Jurassic World Evolution 2 is coming. Wait, ooh. I mean, I already have it, but Jurassic World Evolution 2 is going to be available for free on Epic Games from March 20th to March 27th. I would recommend that. Like, set your calendars, because I really like Jurassic World Evolution 2. Ooh. Favorite actor of all time, male? That's kind of hard to say. I mean, like, it's kind of hard to argue against, like, Daniel Day-Lewis being such a phenomenal talent. So we'll have to see. If you made a "we'll have to see" shirt, you'll be able to pay your bills for years. I probably should make that a shirt. We'll have to see, because I always say that. I always say that. So maybe I'll probably have to do that. Wait, only for those dates, or you get Jurassic World Forever installed? Yeah, no, if you, well, not just installed, but like if you if you claim, if you get, you know, Jurassic World Evolution 2 like between, you know, March 20th and March 27th, it will just be in your library for at least for as long as, you know, the game is available online, I guess. I mean, knowing, you know, with, you know, video game companies, they'll just pluck a game like out, like they'll just pluck a game because you technically don't own it. But in the grand scheme of things, like, you should have it. You should be able to have it. So yeah. I think Emilia Perez getting 13 noms killed it. One nom less than Titanic or All About Eve. Also, the Academy has changed. They don't feel bad not giving wins to over-nominated films like A Complete Unknown. I don't think, like, in a way, I see what you're saying about that, but I feel like with Emilia Perez, I think it's just that when general audiences finally saw Emilia Perez, they absolutely hated it. And I feel like it's just like, okay, yeah, even before the Carla Sofia Gascon drama, I was like, these audience scores are way too bad for this film to win Best Picture, so, yeah. I think Among Us is free. That'll be fun. I don't think Among Us is free, but I do have Among Us. What do you think of the film The Social Network? Oh, I love The Social Network. The Social Network is great. I love it. It's fantastic. Is Warner Brothers out of touch? If we're talking about just overall as the company, yes. David Zaslav, oh my god, fuck that guy. The dude literally has no idea what he's doing. Ooh, wait. There's a Epic Games page out there for Jurassic World Survival. Ooh. Oh no, Jurassic Park Survival. And I'm assuming, because this is supposed to be like that sort of like, that survival horror game from Jurassic Park, which I'm really interested in. I really like that. John Campia is a big David Zaslav fan. Yeah, that's like one of the reasons why I jumped ship off of his thing, because I'm like, really, you don't see why why what he's doing is so bad. And also just John Campia's lack of support for like writers and actors during the strikes. Like, I was like, oh, this guy is like really like pilled by big corporations. I mean, I'm not saying he's like paid off by them or anything, but it's like, the dude, I feel like he wants to become one of them. And it's just like, eh. Older people really liked Amelia Perez. The young people killed it. Good job, young people. Oh, wait. Jurassic Park Survival released? No, it has not released, but there is a page open for it. Trying to think of trying to look at what I have on Epic Games that I could play. Again, I do have Ark Survival Evolved, but again, I don't really have I don't have a controller, so that could probably be a problem. Let's see, what else do I have? I have, yeah, I'm kind of looking around. I do have some pretty interesting games. Oh wait, I forgot. I have GTA 5. I forgot about that. I have GTA 5. God, so many of these I need, you know, controllers for. I mean, I guess I could technically, you know, wish list them on Amazon or something, but I don't know who would be getting that. But it's like, you know, hey, you know, like, again, if I had, I guess what I'm saying is, if I had a, you know, if I had a like a controller, I'd be able to play a lot of these games more. GTA is great on keyboard and mouse, in my opinion. Wait. I heard rumor. Wait, yeah, it's just one of the things where it's like I've just been so like accustomed to keyboard and to controllers my entire life. At the very least, with stuff like, you know, Zoo Tycoon or the Park Builders, it's like it makes sense why I would, you know, use keyboard and mouse for that. But it's like, eh. Materialists is a body swap comedy. The Celine Song film. Yeah, it's probably not going to be a Best Picture thing. Let's see. Do you watch Robert Meyer Burnett? No. I heard rumors that Warner Brothers moved Barbie on the same day as Oppenheimer to undercut tickets for that film, thus releasing Barbenheimer. Do you think it worked or backfired in terms of box office awards? I feel like this is the rare example where it did help both movies, so I think it kind of backfired on them. But even then, they both won, so it's like, eh. On paper, The Bride, Best Cast of the Year, Jake Gyllenhaal, Christian Bale, Jesse Buckley, Peter Sarsgaard, Penelope Cruz, John Majaro, Julianne Hough, and Annette Bening. Does have a very strong, you know, it does have a very strong cast. It does look really cool. Do you play Geometry Dash? No, I don't. I don't play Geometry Dash. Oh, I forgot. Oh, technically it's for free. I guess I have like the first episode, like the first chapter of Poppy Playtime. But again, I guess that's just because like the first one was free. So, yeah. I guess I have Sims 4, but I never really played The Sims. Ooh, what about FNAF? I don't think I have any FNAF games. I don't think I have any. They've not really put them. I don't think they've really put them up for free anywhere. You should start a gaming channel. I mean, technically, I already do gaming. when it comes to, I technically already do gaming content on this channel, but like I do in my members only streams, I've started to do, you know, streaming games. So if you want to become a member, you can watch me play some games. You know, during my last members only stream, I was playing Zoo Tycoon 2. I was making a prehistoric animal zoo. And, you know, next time I'm going to be doing more of that. I'll make, I haven't gotten into any dinosaurs yet. I think I'm a member. Yeah, you are a member, Easty. And like I said, guys, if you want to become a member of the channel, you could just go over here and just, you know, oh wait, no. Yeah, you can become a member right here or gift any memberships. Like, that could be cool. That could be really cool. So consider becoming a member. It would really mean a lot. It would really help support the channel. Especially since, like, half of them just dropped. I'm like, ugh, I want to get more members. Maggie Gyllenhaal has 2 Oscar noms, including a nom for screenplay in 2022 for The Lost Daughter. If The Bride is somehow better than Frankenstein, it has a chance at a handful of noms due to its star power. But it's still like a Frankenstein kind of horror movie, so I don't really want to bet on that until we see what happens with the response and how award season's going. Any interest in Daredevil Born Again? Not really. Granted, I've not even watched the original Daredevil run, so I can't. I'm bad at catching up with shows. I don't really watch a lot of TV to begin with, so probably not. If you could see Coyote vs. Acme in theaters for one night only, but it's $200, would you still go? No, I could never afford that. No, I can't even pay for bills. I can't even pay for rent. What, like, there's no way I could pay for that. No, there's no way I could do that. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't. The last time a controversial film being progressive was Green Book. Despite its criticisms, won Best Picture. We almost had that with Emilia Perez. Why did Green Book win and Emilia Perez lose? Well, I think the simple answer is that you could, you know, I think with I think the what was it? I think the thing with Green Book was that you could say all the controversies it had, but it's like, you know, in the grand scheme of things, it was only film Twitter criticisms. It was mainly only film Twitter controversies, because Green Book was still very well liked by people. General Alliances loved Green Book, whereas Emilia Perez, people just weren't having it. People just did not like Emilia Perez. So that's why Green Book won and Emilia Perez lost. Like, people just did not like Emilia Perez at all. I gave you a member shout out earlier in the chat. Oh, in this chat? Oh, wait, I didn't see that. Wait. Oh yeah, no, I didn't see that. Oh, it's not showing up anywhere. Weird. Green Book was simple and crowd pleasing. Yeah. Yeah, like, yeah. Yeah, I think that's kind of, that's kind of what I'm going with. It's like, Green Book, if people actually liked Green Book, yeah. When you get Award Expert Plus, are you getting the $50 a year or $6 a month option? Neither. Have you seen The Office? I've seen a few episodes, but however, I've seen a few episodes. I've liked what I've seen, but I probably wouldn't, like, binge The Office. Although I will say, I do really like the episode Scott's Tots. Like, it's about as awkward and uncomfortable as everyone says it is. But while everyone's like, I can't even watch this, I thought it was hilarious. I was laughing my ass off during Scott's Tots. So, yeah, like, I really like Scott's Tots. Like, Scott's Tots was really, really funny. It was a comment about becoming a member. Oh, I haven't, wait, I didn't see that. I don't think I saw anything. I don't think I saw that. Yeah, I'm not. I don't know what's going on. Ugh. You should play Ultimate Custom Night. It's free and it's pretty fun. I've seen the Ultimate Custom Night. Am I really interested in Five Nights at Freddy's though? Am I really interested in Five Nights at Freddy's? I don't know. I don't know if I really am. Oh wait, what the heck? It was a comment about becoming a member. I still have not. Everyone in chat, please consider becoming a member. There's a bunch of perks, only $2 a month. That's less than the price of coffee. Help Christian out. Yeah. Oh, thank you, AJ. Thank you. I didn't see. I wasn't seeing that. It was so weird. I don't know why it wasn't showing up. But yeah, guys, consider becoming a member. It really does help. I'm doing lots of cool stuff. And again, I'm gonna be doing movie clubs pretty soon. So you know. Consider becoming a member, or if you want gift memberships, that's also an option too. Like I don't think I've gotten gift memberships in like a while now. So like if again, if you can, please consider becoming a member. It's only $2, or hell, even if you consider becoming a member. It really means a lot. Have you seen American Hustle? I have not seen American Hustle. What about Undertale? I'm not really interested in Undertale. To be fair, my taste in games is like very, very niche. It's like very niche. Following the brief AI controversy surrounding The Brutalist, do you think Adrian Brody gave permission to have his voice be altered for certain scenes? Some people were in an angry mood about that. I mean, from what we know about it, it's like, yeah, he did give permission. It's like, I feel like the fact that people are acting like his entire performance was AI generated, which not really. No, it's not really. That wasn't really, because it wasn't really the case at all. It was literally just like literally for certain words in scenes where he was speaking Hungarian, which really no one could really accurately, say those words if they are not a native Hungarian speaker. So it's like, I feel like it was like literally, the fact that it was literally used for syllables for like very few words, and it was like not even a fraction of the stuff in of the dialogue in the movie. It's like, I think people were blowing it up too much. You should raise the prices of the memberships, in my opinion. No, I'm not. Nope, I am not raising prices. I am not going to do that. No. I mean, because like, here's the thing. Raising prices is here's my thoughts on the whole thing. All right, inflation on the memberships, but yeah, like no, I'm not gonna do that because I feel like that's just counterproductive. Like, sure, the existing members might be paying more money, but that will detract less. Like, that will cause less people to become members. I mean, I think like the reason why I'm probably not gaining as many members right now is because I'm still relatively a smaller YouTuber. Not relatively, I am a smaller YouTuber. Like, I don't even have a fraction of like what the Oscar Expert has, And plus, even so it's like, I feel like it would just be counterproductive for me to inflate the price of the memberships. And plus, like, again, kind of going back to the Oscar Expert, his tier is also $2 a month. So why would I raise my price for memberships above the Oscar Experts? And yet he's a way bigger channel than I am. Like, again, it's basically like, why would anyone want to pay more money for the watered down Kool-Aid version of the Oscar Expert, if you know what I mean? I don't know why I'm just self-deprecating myself like this. But yeah, raising prices is not good. Like, that's not going to work at all. No, that's just going to deter people from becoming members. I think the thing is, I need to grow my channel more, and people will just naturally become members. So it's one of those things, and hopefully they can start when I do my early Oscar predictions. So yeah. In regard to The Bride, The Lost Daughter got 3 Oscar nominations, including 2 acting noms for Jessie Buckley and Olivia Colman. Maggie knows how to get good performances out of her actors. Sure, but again, there's still a genre bias with horror. And yes, we did just have The Substance, but again, I don't want to just assume Frankenstein or The Bride is going to be like a big thing just because, just because there was a horror movie that got in last year. Or technically this year. But we didn't just have The Substance, we had Nosferatu and Alien Romulus as well. Sure, but again, horror movies in general were just doing pretty well last year. I don't want to go off of that and just say, oh, well, now any horror movie can get nominated for an Oscar. Because, it still doesn't happen that much. I remember when Get Out got nominated for Best Picture, and people were like, oh, well, Toni Collette's easily going to get nominated for Hereditary. And then that just didn't happen. People, she did not get even, she probably was not even close to getting nominated. So it's yeah, I'm not going to predict, The Bride or Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein for anything thus far. We didn't. Oh wait, do you watch Instagram Reels? It's crazy out there. No, not really. I don't really like TikTok or Instagram Reel content. I just really don't. My attention span is I prefer watching more longer content. I like watching just longer. Recently, some videos I've been watching were speculative evolution for cryptids. Creatures like Chupacabra or the Loch Ness Monster or something like that. Where it's not saying that they're real, because the videos aren't saying that they're real, but it's sort of a scenario where it's if they were real, what would their most likely evolutionary trajectory be? Which that's a fun fact about me. A little fun fact about me. My number one passion. It's kind of tough. I really love movies, but I also really love animals and paleontology and cryptozoology. At least with the cryptozoology thing, it's mainly from the perspective of from a folklore perspective and a speculative perspective, but not from a literal perspective where it's oh, these things are absolutely real. It's no, I don't really believe they're real. I just think they're really cool stories and really cool creatures to think about. With the 1930s setting, The Bride could get a production design nom. The production designer got a nomination for Elvis, which was period backdrop. Sure, but I'll believe it when I see it. It's just like The Substance. It's one of those, just like The Substance and Nosferatu. I will believe The Bride when I see it actually start to manifest. I can imagine someone who would use the smear campaigns against other films like Anora, an intimate coordinator, and the use of AI on the Brulers, who I'm referring to, Harvey Weinstein, that's who. I have no idea what we're talking about. I think we've lost the plot. I think we've kind of lost the plot. I have no idea what's going on. The costume design for The Bride is one of the best ever. Sandy Powell. She had been nominated 15 times and won 3 Oscars. If there's one surefire nom this film could get, it's costume design. Again, I will believe it when I see it manifest. I still don't trust horror. I mean, sure, it had a great year last year, but that's not always the case. So, I will have to believe, The Bride when I see it manifest. But yeah, that's just me. Again, that's not me saying I'm not excited for the bride. I'm very excited for the bride. But again, I just can't do it right now. I can't pull that trigger right now. Wait. Weinstein used to start smear campaigns against other films so his films would win awards. Remember when Shakespeare in Love winning Best Picture? That's what I was trying to say. I don't think it was, like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't think it was, like, just that. I don't know. I do, like, I don't, how do I describe it? It's like, I feel like, you know, smear campaigns could be, like, or the very least, like, the whole Shakespeare in Love thing. I'm pretty sure the whole Saving Private Ryan smear campaigns, like, could only go so far. I think ultimately, at the end of the day, because I don't think that affects, like, everyone. I think ultimately, at the end of the day, I feel like, you know, people saw that Shakespeare in Love, no, not Shakespeare in Love, that Saving Private Ryan was winning a ton of awards, and ultimately it became the victim of frontrunner fatigue. And ultimately, it you know, lost Best Picture. AJ says, if Amelia Perez could get in, The Bride being a musical has a possibility to get in. I think both Frankenstein and The Bride could get makeup and hair diamonds as well. Is this your new F1? Is this your new F1, AJ? I feel like this is your new F1. And also, I don't know about the musical thing. Is it going to really help The Bride either way? Because it's like, you know, look at Joker Folie à Deux. Joker Folie à Deux was a musical, and that didn't happen. I mean, hell, we see a lot of musicals that just don't happen. Like, Annette didn't happen. Wasn't, like... 20% of children use their phones in movie theaters according to a new research study. Why? Yeah, because children are stupid. And to be fair, it's not just children. It's like, I've seen a lot of, like, adults using their phones. Like, I remember, oh my god, when I was watching Wicked and Defying Gravity was happening. These assholes, everyone, like, half the audience legitimately just had their phone, like either texting or filming the screen. I'm like, what in the world have we come to? Why is everyone doing this? Oh my god, I wanted to tear my hair out. It's like, you can't bring your phones out in the theater. I agree with you. Also, Private was released in summer 98, while Shakespeare in Love was released in December 98, which was fresh in Academy voters' minds. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I feel, yeah, Private Ryan was like it was like the film, like the summer film of 98. And ultimately, again, I just feel like it was just like frontrunner fatigue. This is the first time Maggie Gyllenhaal is directing her brother Jake and her husband Peter Sarsgaard, also in the film. I mean, yeah, probably, yeah. Old people use their phones a lot too. Yeah, boomers be doing that. Oh, you dang boomers. I know it's your opinion, but only having Dune 2 winning cinematography and director doesn't equal a Best Picture nom historically? Are you talking about, like, on my award expert? Are you talking about on my award expert favorites? I mean, yeah, this isn't really, but it's not me predicting the Oscars. It's me, like, putting what I would vote for. And, yeah, I probably would only give Dune cinematography, director, and picture. But I feel like a lot of what makes Dune, like, the best movie of the year, in my opinion, it's sort of like a jack of all trades kind of thing. It's like it has everything kind of go, even if it's not the best in a particular category, it's like everything is just kind of coming together. And you know, it's overall, it's just the vibe, and you know what? Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of my thing. It's like, yeah, I guess I didn't give You should definitely do Prisoners for a watch along. Hugh Jackman and Jake Gyllenhaal are pretty Oscar worthy in that film. But again, like I said, there's we'll have to see. We'll have to see what kind of movies I'm doing. Me and my family were considering watching most movies, which will be nominated and which will win. I've seen 97th. I'm seeing 98th too. Oh. Is it possible to see every movie? No. Absolutely, it's not possible. I genuinely do not think that's possible, no. If Emilia Perez got a theatrical 3-month release, would it have done well at the box office, or would it flop? I have no idea. I don't think it would. It probably would not do well, because I just don't think, it's just not really that kind of a film. Well, it'll take 38.7 years to watch every movie. Oof. And that's not even, that's assuming you're not even sleeping. That's assuming you're not even sleeping. I mean, wait, did you actually look that up? Because, like, I'm pretty sure, like, there's, like, way more movies than even, because, like, movies come out, like, so many movies come out every year. Those from Reddit, so probably inaccurate. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure, like, yeah, and that also depends on if you're only counting the theatrical films or also streaming and straight to DVD films. That could be a factor as well. If you had to constantly sing an Emilia Perez one, which one would you choose? Oh, there is already an Emilia Perez song I constantly sing, and it is, hello, very nice to meet you, I'd like to know about, exchange operations, I see. Man to woman, or woman to man. Man to woman, from penis to vagina. Is it for you? For me? What would you like to know about it, madam? I want to know it all. What is the protocol, the techniques and the risks? How many operations? How much time do you need? Mammoplasty, yes. Vaginoplasty, yes. Rhinoplasty, yes. Laryngoplasty, yes. Mammoplasty, yes. Vaginoplasty, yes. Rhinoplasty, yes. Laryngoplasty, yes. Control laryngoplasty. What is that? Adam's apple reduction. Yes. Vaginoplasty. All right, that'll be it. Thank you for this karaoke session. Do you think Oscar voting will end after? Oh, you already asked this. Yeah, no, I have no idea. I have no idea. There's no way I could ever answer something like that. It's like I have no idea what's going on. Cause like that is something where like none of us can foresee happening. You get kicked out of the karaoke club. No, I'd be invited back so many times. My bad. Favorite music right now? I don't know about favorite music, but I mean, I'm trying to think of like what I've been like. Oh, Warfare gets noms. It looks good. Oh, is that the new like Alex Garland movie? I don't know. I guess. Well. Oh, jeez. Literally, the moment I open up. The moment I open up YouTube Music, I have Sincerely Me from Dear Evan Hansen. That's like I've been listening to that a lot recently. If you remember the Green Book versus Roma year, do you believe Roma losing Best Picture was because it was a streaming film despite being eligible with a limited release? No, I feel like it's just people just didn't really connect with Roma that way, whereas Green Book was like very much, you know, like, oh, you instantly know how to feel about Green Book. You feel good. It's like whenever a movie's like very like distant, like emotionally distant, those are the films that can be like really, you know, like those are the films where you definitely like the films that are like very emotionally distant and you don't really know how to feel about them. Those are the movies that kind of tend to die in the Best Picture race. Whereas even Oppenheimer, like even though Oppenheimer ended on a really like sad and you know terrifying note, you at least know that you were feeling sad and terrified. So yeah. Oppenheimer score win or Brutalist score win, which is better in your opinion? Oppenheimer by a mile. Oppenheimer might actually be one of the best like scores ever, in my opinion. Brutalist, I actually wouldn't even vote for that to win. Like, that wouldn't even be my, like, the Brutalist is not even my pick to win score for this year. Like, it's actually number 4 for me. I would put Conclave, Wicked, Wild Robot above the Brutalist. Due to scheduling conflicts, Greg Fraser will not be the DP on Dune Messiah. Linus Singren will replace him. He was the DP on La La Land and Babylon. Great choice, in my opinion. What do you think this means? I think it will be sad because Greg Fraser is, like, really, like, he knows how to shoot scale in his films. And admittedly, I'm going to be a little bit sad because, like, I don't know how Linus Singren is going to, you know, capture that. I asked about the streaming part because I read anonymous voters were hesitant to reward a big prize on a streaming service at the time. Never buy into what the anonymous ballots are doing. No one, like, do not buy what anonymous ballots are saying because they are literally meant to get clicks. They, like, the most, like, bizarre takes are the ones that are going to make the headlines. If there was an Emilia Perez sequel, would the Academy nominate it? Probably not. No. Like they knew what happened when they nominated Emilia Perez. They're probably not gonna no. What else could get nominated this year for animated feature besides Wildwood, Elio, and Zootopia 2? That one is hard because this seems like a very weak year for animation. Yeah, that's kind of yeah. It is looking like a very weak year for animated films. Not gonna lie. Even Elio, it's like, it doesn't look like... Elio does not look very good, but I kind of have to have it at number 3, because, like, nothing else stands out that much to me. So, like, I get... Elio has no shot for animated feature. I mean, maybe. But, like, I don't have anything else to go off of right now. I literally have nothing else. Because, like, I don't think Animal Farm is happening, because Andy Serkis is not a reliable director. The Bad Guys 2, I mean, if the first film couldn't get in, why would this one get in? Dogman, I don't think is getting in. Sneaks is absolutely not happening. Neja 2? Maybe? But I'm not even so sure about that. So, I don't know. Yeah. Ben Langford! Hello, Ben Langford! Oh my god! My 5 are Wildwood, Neja 2, Zootopia, Scarlet, and Savages. Yeah, I actually have Savages in there too. I have Savages in. But, like, I just don't, like, and I don't even know what Scarlet is. What even is Scarlet, to be honest? What is that? Oh, Mamoru Hosoda. Wait. I don't think Mamoru Hosoda makes, like... I don't think he makes movies that, like, get, like... big best animated feature love. Like what has he done? The Boy and the Beast. Oh wait, did he directed Mirai? Okay, maybe Scarlet gets in it. But wait, is Scarlet coming out this year? That's what I want to know. If Scarlet is actually coming out this year. Because if it does come out, then maybe it does happen. Are you planning to watch Black Flag at some point? Black Bag at some point. Probably at some point, but I'm not gonna be able to right now, at least. Again, I can't. I'm already trying to get more memberships and stuff. Which, like I said, guys, if you want to become a membership, become a membership. What am I saying? If you want to become a member, you know, you could do this. You could just, you know, become a member, or if you're already a member and you want to gift memberships, you could do that as well. You could gift memberships. That's really cool. Or if you want to support the channel directly, go to ko-fi.com/ChristianHannah. That'd be cool. And like I said, with memberships, we got lots of cool things coming. We're gonna start doing movie clubs for Best Picture winners of the past. So be on the lookout for that. I might do. Maybe I could do a movie club. Maybe the first movie club we could do could be for $1 Million Baby, perhaps. Because I do want to do that. I do want to do some movie clubs. You should get into becoming a pirate. Do what you want because a pirate is free. You are a pirate. God, I need a little work on my singing. Do what you want, cause a pirate is free. Wait, no. No. Do what you want, cause a pirate is free. You are a pirate. That's a little bit better. Wait, Elise. What are you doing here, Elise? Elise. You. Do you want to watch Novocaine at some point? Yeah, Novocaine does look pretty good. I do want to see it. I mean, yeah. Is James Cameron guaranteed to win visual effects for Avatar: Fire and Ash, or does any film have a chance? Superman, F1, Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning could also be nominated. Right now, I'll go for Fire and Ash as long as it's in Best Picture, or at the very least, if there's no, like, let's just say this: if Avatar: Fire and Ash is nominated for, like, if Avatar: Fire and Ash is not nominated for Best Picture, and there is a Best Picture nominee in Best Visual Effects, Avatar could definitely be in trouble. Because when it comes, especially this category, like, if you're not the most liked film in the category, or at the very least, if you're not nominated for Best Picture, you already have a significant disadvantage. And if there are no Best Picture nominees, you better be the most acclaimed film in the lineup, because you would be vulnerable. And I'm not gonna lie, like, if Avatar: Fire and Ash does not get nominated for Best Picture, and there is a Best Picture nominee above it, it could be in trouble. How far will we go in the past for Best Picture winners? All of them. I plan on watching, like, every Best Picture winner. And that's for a project I have coming up. But, you know, like, I don't want to say too much. But I have a plan where I watch every single Best Picture winner. Even going back to Wings, the first ever Best Picture winner. 97 movies before the end of the year. Maybe not before the end of the year, because, like, at least before the 100th Academy Awards. At least before the 100th Academy Awards. But yeah. But also, when it comes back to the visual effects thing, it also depends on, like, what Best Picture film, like, gets into the conversation. Because I'm willing to bet there's going to be, like, there is going to be some film, maybe not even like a Best Picture thing, but there's going to be some film that we've never even heard of that's going to get in the visual effects race. Like Better Man, or Godzilla -1, or All Quiet on the Western Front. Like, there's always that film that none of us even know what it is. Like, so, yeah. Does that include Nora? I don't know. Maybe a Nora, maybe not. I don't know. Like, I want to mainly try to focus on, like, some of the older Best Picture winners first. Like, if we do include a Nora, that'll probably have to be later on down the line, because I want to go for, like, some of the fresher or, like, the films that, you know, we have not really seen. But yeah, I want to go for the older films first. I can't watch $1 Million Baby again after having watched it twice. It's a great film, but the ending leaves me so depressed for days. Oh, I hear you. Like $1 Million Baby is fantastic. I thought $1 Million Baby was fantastic, but the ending is very, very sad. I would agree with that. With the Academy membership becoming more younger and diverse, could Disney and Pixar continue losing Oscars for Best Animated Feature? Yep. I mean, it's not even just that. It's also that Disney's not really been making movies that were worthy of winning Best Animated Feature recently. I mean, granted, that is still a subjective thing, but it's also like, you know, like the last film that, like, Disney had that was, like, pretty well acclaimed as an animated film was, I mean, okay, well, then again, I don't know. Inside Out 2 is very well acclaimed, but you know what I mean? It's like, they've not, even, it's interesting, because even when Encanto won Best Animated Feature, it wasn't in a landslide, because it still lost the Critics' Choice Award and the Annie Award to Mitchells vs. the Machines. So yeah, Encanto won at the end of the day, but Mitchell's was like a number 2. So it's like, and the fact that Disney, like, again, this year, I just don't see Disney winning animated feature this year. Or next year, I should say. Because, you know, Zootopia 2 Is that really going to be an animated feature winner? I don't think so. And Elio, it just doesn't even look good. So I kind of have to go with Wildwood, which is like supposed to be like, what was it? like Leica's, crowning achievement from what we're hearing. I can imagine A24's upcoming film, The Legend of Ochi, getting an underdog nomination for visual effects. Don't do it. No, don't do it. A24 is bad. Like, they do not... I've always said this. Never. Do not bet on indies or like do not bet on indies or art house films getting nominated for visual effects. Do not do it. No. I kept telling people this when movies like The Substance were in contention for visual effects, or when Poor Things was in contention for visual effects, or when Everything Ever All at Once was in contention for visual effects, or what were some of the other ones? Like, The Green Knight, that was also like supposedly a contender. Do not bet on art house films or indies. They do not get nominated for visual effects. They just do not. I don't think The Legend of Ochi is going to be a visual effects contender. No, absolutely not. And even that's like, what visual effects are we really seeing? I mean, yeah, there's the little Ochi puppet, but that's kind of it. And like, it's not even the most impressive puppet we've seen. So it's like, I just genuinely do not think The Legend of Ochi is going to be a thing at all for visual effects. Take it out. If you have it in your predictions, take it out. There's no way that's happening. No. Let's see. Is it okay if I start putting questions with polls in the Discord sometimes? Yeah, go for it. That's fine. Would Encanto an animated feature with the new Academy? I'd still say yes, because, well, for one, it wasn't that long ago when Encanto won Best Animated Feature. It was not that long ago. And plus, even then, like, Encanto is still pretty, like, still has a very big fan base. 7-foot strings, rats along his back. Like, it's still such a big cultural phenomenon to where it's like, yeah, no, it would still happen. Encanto would absolutely still happen. Because that's the thing, it's like, Encanto was a big sensation, but also Turning Red, even though I think actually Turning Red was great, I don't know why people were like kind of, I mean, granted, even like the critics' reviews were very, very strong for Turning Red, but people were just like, but general audience were like, eh. And it's just like kind of like, I don't get the hate that Turning Red gets. Like, I thought Turning Red was great, but again, that was not like a cultural phenomenon like Encanto was. You look at, what was it? Like, Elemental, also not a cultural phenomenon at all. And then, Inside Out 2, it made over $1 billion, which I thought would lead it to winning Best Animated Feature. But then, like, everyone just kind of forgot about it. And it's like, oh, okay, so it just made money and just died. Okay. Most depressing Best Picture winner, Anora, because I really did not want it to happen. But if we're talking about reality-wise, I did cry a lot during Schindler's List. I mean, even though the movie ends on a very hopeful note in a way, like the movie, because if you've seen the ending of Schindler's List, it's kind of like a very bittersweet ending. So it's like, I mean, granted, I still felt bad, but it does give you like basically like, the movie gives you a bittersweet ending after a whole film of horror. Don't spoil. Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil. But like, but I don't, but yeah, like, yeah, I'm trying to think of like a really depressing Best Picture winner. And keep in mind, I've not seen that many Best Picture winners. Like, No Country for Old Men was more cold than depressing. So I don't know. I'm not exactly sure. During the 2025 award season, why did $1 Million Baby win big instead of The Aviator? Some felt that Scorsese finally deserved to win the Oscar for that film that year. I think ultimately, $1 Million Baby, it just came out and people were just like, whoa. Because there was not really a front runner that year. It was kind of between The Aviator and Sideways, but each film kind of had something going against it. Because with The Aviator, Scorsese was not looking like he was going to win director. I mean, he didn't even win DGA. And Clint Eastwood actually ended up winning DGA. And with Sideways, it's like it wasn't going. It kind of looked like it. Well, if I'm not mistaken, I think The Aviator won the Golden Globe drama, and it won BAFTA, I think. But like, you know, yeah. But whereas with whereas with Sideways, it won PGA and SAG, I believe. It just felt like there wasn't really a clear path. Whereas, at the end of the road, my God, people just really fell in love with $1 Million Baby. Hilary Swank was winning everywhere, and even Morgan Freeman winning SAG was big. The guilds really or maybe not just the guilds, but there was I think there was a sense that $1 Million Baby was coming up, and it's like, it could be kind of big. Again, winning DGA, Hilary Swank winning everywhere except BAFTA, and Morgan Freeman winning SAG. It's like, oh, so we'll have to see. Do you think Marty Supreme will be submitted to Venice like The Brutalist or TIFF? I have no idea. But yeah. Favorite acting winner this year? Oh, the Oscars. Who was my favorite acting winner? I'm trying to remember who. I'm trying to remember who won, actually. Let me go back. Oh, that's interesting. None of the acting winners were the ones I would have gone with. It's funny. Oh yeah, Zoe, Mikey, Adrian, Kieran. I think the only one I would have nominated would have been Adrian Brody, so I guess maybe Adrian Brody. But it's none of the other performances I would have chosen as the winners. Adrian, for lead actor, I would have, for lead actress, I would have gone with Fernanda Torres. For lead actor, I would have gone with Coleman Domingo. For supporting actress, I would have gone for Ariana Grande. And for supporting actor, I would probably go with Guy Pearce, even though Clarence Macklin should be there. Clarence Macklin really should have been winning supporting actor. My God. It is interesting that no movie that ended up on Sundance Online was ever nominated for Best Picture. Oh, I didn't know that. Huh. Yeah, nothing really at Sundance really kind of stood out as an Oscar thing, really. Nothing really stood out as an Oscar thing at Sundance. Why do you think some people get so attached to their horse during each award season that they sometimes forego logic when hoping for the results they want the most? I think it's probably because maybe sometimes people just don't really understand how the Oscars work, or maybe in the case of people I honestly don't know. Is Honora versus The Brutalist very similar to The King's Speech versus The Social Network, having a critical darling Brutalist at the frontrunner when the crowd pleaser Honora doing well the guilds and won big? But the problem is, it wasn't it wasn't really a 2-horse race this year. It was actually in a way, it was sort of I guess at the end of the day, it was a 3-horse race. But earlier in the race, you could, I guess maybe because around the end of the road, actually, because it was a really chaotic year. Because at the Globes, Brutalist won drama, but Emilia Perez won comedy musical, and Emilia Perez ended up getting 13 nominations, which you probably would have thought that was winning Best Picture. But then the immediate hatred for Emilia Perez is oh, okay, it's dead. But then Critics' Choice happens, and it's oh, well, Honora wins Best Picture, but literally nothing else. And then you have the BAFTAs, and they go completely AWOL, going for Conclave, and then the guilds go all in for Honora, except SAG, which actually went with Conclave and Ensemble, so it's kind of weird. This year was kind of weird. Sorry Baby is pretty likely for original screenplay. I'm not exactly sure what that is. Favorite song in a movie score. What does that mean? Favorite song in a movie score. Are you talking about like my favorite song in a movie, period? Like my favorite song in a movie? Or favorite song in a movie and score? I want to know. Favorite track in a score, I mean. Oh, okay. Favorite track in a score. That kind of, well, it kind of changes, you know? Because, like, it does kind of change a bit, because there's, like, I guess, like, some that really come to mind would be, like, you know, He's a Pirate from Pirates of the Caribbean, like that, you know, dun 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 dun. Like, yeah, that's, like, classic. That's, like, classic. I also love some of the score in The Lion King, you know, or, like, that thing, or, like, whatever, like, or like, you know, the one scene where like Mufasa's up in the clouds and he's like, you are my son and the one true king. Like that music. Oh god, that's so good. It's kind of, then there's also, you know, Journey to the Island from Jurassic Park. It's like, that's again, classic. So yeah. I'm happy Emilia Perez lost Picture. What do you think would have happened if that film won that category at the Oscars? There would have been, well, I know film Twitter wouldn't like it at all, and it would feel, I know probably the Oscars would have felt a lot more grim if that happened. But damn, I can't believe I'm Still Here actually did it. Like, it actually pulled it off. Holy shit. You've been streaming for almost 3 hours, might be your longest. Oh, it's not my longest. I definitely have streams that have gone on longer than this. But yeah, I might get ready to wrap it up here in a bit. If anybody has any like last minute questions and stuff, we haven't been we weren't able to get any memberships, which I'm a little bit sad. But yeah, but like I said, if you want to support me on, if you want to become a member, it's right here. If you want to gift any memberships, you could also do that too. You could do that as well. But yeah, guys, yeah. I'm trying to think of what I see a stream that's 3 hours and 42 minutes. Yeah, sometimes I stream for a while. It kind of depends on like how many people are here and how many, previous comment. Ooh. But then again, I know I have 5 more memberships I could gift, so maybe I'll try to do that. Even though this stuff is like these kind of memberships are the ones I don't see any revenue from. But maybe people that are memberships here could want to stay members. We could just do that. So yeah, let's see. ZJ13 Go, Ryan L, Bugga, Dark Red Link, and I3. So yeah, you guys are members now for the month. And again, we have some cool stuff coming this month, so consider staying members. Ooh. Isha gave me another membership. Oh. I think it only works for people that aren't members. But yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think I might get ready to head out, everybody. If that seems to be, that might be where I ended. So yeah, guys, thank you all so much for coming on to this stream. Again, hopefully, I'm gonna try to put out a video within the next couple days, because I need to get, I need to start doing more videos. But yeah, guys, let me know in the comments below what you think, and be sure you hit that subscribe button, because if you don't, I'll never get any memberships again.